The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of grunting, so get ready, nerds, because we're talking caveman movies. Welcome to the Salty Nerd Podcast. We are talking caveman movies this week. Learn why girls with blue eyes are just built different in 10,000 BC. Fight the prehistoric patriarchy in Clan of the Cave Bear. And learn how to do missionary position in A Quest for Fire. Those are the three movies we're talking about today. I am joined by my fantastic panel of nerds. MattVader is here. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
You're drinking again, Jude. The cave woman herself.
Whiskey, good.
Fire.
Fire, good.
Fire whiskey
Rape.
better.
Good.
And the frustrated producer of the show, Matthew Kadish.
I hate all of you, right now. Especially you, Vader, because you're the one who picked this theme.
Yo, guys, let's watch caveman movies.
Great idea. I was like, that sounds badass.
I turned to Jude. I was like, I don't think I've had this bad of a viewing experience since we had the Thanksgiving week.
You guys are out of your mind.
No, these movies were rough.
Oh, you guys are terrible.
This was a terrible week.
So I'm outnumbered again.
Yes. All right, guys.
Totally ganged up on.
So these are the movies we're going to be talking about. 10,000 BC, Clan of the Cave People, or Clan of the Cave Bear, and Quest for Fire. So join us. Thank you for being here as well. Before we dive into the first movie, we're going to take a quick break, listen to sponsors. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you guys want to support the podcast, go to saltynerdclub.com. That is where the action happens. This month, we are doing exclusive podcasts about Doctor Who. And later on this year, we're going to be doing more legacy sci-fi shows like Eureka, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, different stuff like that. We've got
Stargate.
Stargate Atlantis, especially. We've got David Tennant, or not David Tennant. He's Doctor Who. We got
It'd be cool if we got David Tennant.
Yeah, we got David Hewlett on the horn. He's willing to come in as a guest host. So if you want to get all access to that crazy amount of content, go to saltynerdclub.com. It's only $5 a month. You guys get a huge value. It's a ton of content, and we love hanging out with our patrons in the Discord app as well. You get access to those exclusive chat rooms. All right, the first movie on our list today is 10,000 BC. Jude,
Yes.
take it away.
All right. 2008. 10,000 BC, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour 49 minutes. This had a budget of $105 million. What do you think this brought into the box office?
I don't know, 180 million.
B,
I think this was a flop. I'm going to go probably under 20.
20 million?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. You will be surprised to hear that it was $269 million.
Wow.
Why didn't they make another one? Was it just a one-off? This Roland Emmerich, right? Is the director? He's the Independence Day guy and stuff like that. Okay. Interesting.
Ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. When a strange blue-eyed orphan comes to the mammoth-killing Yanak tribe, Old Mother consults the spirit fathers, and a vision tells her that the child came as part of a prophecy that will save the tribe from starvation. Delay, also kind of an orphan since his father left the tribe, believes the blue-eyed girl is his destiny and strives to become the prophetic warrior from Old Mother's vision. When he decides that killing the mammoth on a technicality is the same thing as lying, he decides he cannot claim his blue-eyed prize. And then his honor leaves Blue Eyes open for a kidnapping when the biker gang, the four-legged demons, raid the village and take prisoners. In that moment, Delay becomes a warrior and hunts down the horse bikers, and along his journey finds out that his father didn't abandon the tribe. He was on a super secret mystery mission, but died before he could return to the tribe. Now it's up to Delay to fulfill not just his own destiny, but his father's too. And also save Blue Eyes before she gets a horse demon rape baby in her.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No. Horse demon rape babies are terrible.
Biker dude.
I hate them.
Great synopsis, Jude. Thank you.
you.
All of these movies this week are very simple in the plot. They're very basic. This is a quest to rescue.
Fire good.
Yes.
Rape good. Mammoths bad.
Yeah, it's a basic quest to save the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
And,
what more do you want?
I feel like this might be like if you've seen Apocalypto, Like this is like the lesser version.
Caveman Apocalypto.
Yeah. This is like the
Except
Mammoth
Apocalypto
Hunters.
was actually a good movie.
Apocalypto was a
It was
fantastic
something.
movie. This, not so much, but I don't hate it.
This was my least favorite of the
I
three.
hate
Oh
it.
yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No. This was my second. Hated.
We're gonna be all over the place today.
This looked good. However, it was so boring.
This was the easiest to watch, and
Yes.
yet the least fun to watch.
Yes. Yes.
Do you guys know that the main character,
The Expanse.
Dela, is the dude from The Expanse? Like the main
I
guy
did
from
not.
The Expanse?
Yeah,
I did not know.
the main character in this movie is played by Stephen Strait, who plays Holden in The Expanse. He's like the main character. And so like the entire time I was watching this movie, I was like, why does that guy seem so familiar? And then I'm like, oh my God, that's the guy from The Expanse.
Yeah. That was, when I found that out, I was like, holy crap, he's come a long way. Congratulations to him.
I don't know.
Son of a coward.
I really enjoyed this movie.
I liked it too. I mean, it's not like my...
It's my least favorite of the week, but I enjoyed it.
I
I'm gonna put it
actually
that
have
way.
umbrage with this movie because it doesn't feel like a caveman movie.
No, it's so technically when we were at our production meeting and I go, let's watch caveman movies. And I knew the other two we're going to watch were straight up caveman movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was trying to think off the top of my head.
It's
And
more
I go,
of a Stone Age.
no, it's
movie,
they're definitely a tribe of mammoth hunters.
It was ancient Egypt. That's what it was.
So,
but
no.
No,
it
I
was
mean,
not.
it was like, well, they said they came from a land where the water...
So no, we're
they're
gonna get
Atlanteans.
there, but they're from Atlantis.
Yeah.
This was pre-Egypt. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, get
Well,
your
there's
shit
no
straight.
grunting. That's what I think. That's probably why I like
But
this.
because these were like they spoke in English.
Yeah.
And
I can suspend my
Yeah,
disbelief.
this was the only movie we watched this week that,
That had
had actual
dialogue.
dialogue in it, which I was thankful for.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I'll go get to that later.
And I love the
But-
concept that anything different is ugly. And like looking at these cave people throughout all three of these movies, you're like, "Whew, that's rough."
Yeah.
And like you
I
get
don't know.
introduced to anything different and they're like, gross.
I thought what was the love interest in this movie? In
The
2000?
blue-eyed girl?
The blue-eyed girl.
Yeah.
Evelette.
Dude, she was hot.
She's smoking hot.
Super hot.
Camilla,
I-
something.
Not into the dreadlocks, though.
I thought she looked great.
She did look good.
If I was a pre-civilization mammoth hunter, I'd been all over that shit.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
that's-
hey,
Well, what was funny is like in one
Oh,
of the
you'd
other
claim the white spear.
Hell yeah, dude.
in one of the other movies, they specifically point to blonde hair and blue eyes as being Neanderthal traits. And so, like when this girl showed up with blue eyes, I was like, "Oh, she's a Neanderthal."
Yeah.
Like, but no, it was just like some random chick with blue eyes.
Camilla Bell is her name.
Okay, yeah. Good looking girl in this movie. I felt like this was just like a fun adventure
It was.
movie.
Well, that's
just
exactly
like,
what it was.
we're going to go on a quest to rescue this girl, and along the way, we bump into a bunch of...
We're gonna set up the story. We're gonna kill a mammoth.
Yeah.
We're gonna cheat. My girlfriend's gonna get stolen, and I'm gonna go rescue my girlfriend.
Exactly.
And show my tribe that I'm worthy of carrying the white spear.
Yes.
To lead us.
Yes.
In the future.
And
that's what it is. And in the long end of the process, we're going to
Bump into dinosaurs.
We're going to meet some new friends.
Yeah.
We're going to meet a really cool tiger.
We're going to learn about corn.
We're going to learn about corn.
Yeah, we're
Planted.
gonna
Yeah.
get attacked by giant chickens.
Yes,
chickens.
giant chickens.
All of these
Did you
animals.
see the size
listen,
of that chicken?
all these animals in this movie were legit.
Oh.
They all existed.
Yeah.
They're all in the record. They're all. We can go down to the museum.
I think
and
they-
see fossil records of everything. in this
Are you
thing.
sure about that? Because
I
this movie has
absolutely
been
am.
criticized as being the least historically accurate.
No,
Well,
those
during this
all,
time.
Maybe for the time
saber-toothed
period.
tiger, the giant bird beak things. Those were real.
Well,
Those were
that-
real creatures.
I think that was probably one of the most accurate, like, dinosaurs.
When this thing went off the cliff was when we got to the pyramid, and we it's like holy shit. They've got all these slaves, and
They
when I
went
first
full
watched,
Stargate. And
oh,
Yeah,
they
they kinda
full
did, huh?
Stargate. I thought they were going ancient aliens.
That would have been
The
dope.
first time I watched this thing, I didn't catch the Atlantean part,
Mhm.
and I go, "Oh, these are straight up aliens from fucking Anunnaki." From
Shit.
Yeah.
Cavemen
You know,
and aliens.
Dude.
Somebody needs to
And-
make this movie.
I actually
they,
liked
they
the movie.
did. It's called 10,000
Yeah,
BC.
I actually liked the movie more when I thought they were building pyramids for the Anunnaki. I
Bro,
really did.
Can you imagine?
And it was dope.
We're
It-
we're gonna skip ahead because we're drinking hard.
Yeah.
At the end when he does the 300 spear throw and he kills the
oh, yeah.
god,
And he actually hit the guy.
and he had to actually hit the guy. He's
Yeah, yeah.
better than Leonidas.
Thank you, Roland Emmerich, for actually making the spear hit the guy.
Well, yeah, he's a mammoth hunter. Of course,
Yeah.
he knows how to throw a
Fuck
spear.
yeah.
but
I want to talk about that initial mammoth hunting when you're done.
We
with
will.
that.
We will. My thought is going like the ancient alien thing. Imagine if at the end when that thing rolls down the staircase and it reveals the face and it's a freaking alien with like big ass eyes.
Predator.
Yes, dude, that would have been dope.
Been awesome.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
That's how I would.
You know what's funny is that Roland Emmerich, he said that his inspiration for this movie was he wanted Robert E. Howard to meet Quest for Fire.
Yeah. That's exactly what this kind of this. I get that.
Was DeLoss supposed to be like Conan?
Delay.
Yeah, he was inspired by like
I can see that.
the Conan character from Robert E. Howard.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I'm really surprised you didn't like this movie as much as you did because there's some cool shit in here.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
It's not something that I need to go back and watch a ton of times. It's not like a yearly
I bet
rewatch
I've
for
seen
me.
this movie a dozen times now.
But
Because sometimes I just want to watch fucking
caveman
cave dudes
shit.
killing woolly
mean,
mammoths and shit. Yeah.
I feel like if you want to watch a good version of this, you watch Apocalypto.
Yes.
This movie I found so boring.
That movie, Apocalypto, is a really intense movie.
Oh, it's
really
very
is,
intense, but it's
And
freaking awesome.
It's a different kind of movie. And
This is a swashbuckling adventure movie.
Yeah.
Apocalypto is like a horror thriller.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And,
I
you know,
don't think I've ever seen that.
Holy fuck, Jude. I'm sorry.
It's
Holy
a-
crap, Jude. You need to watch
it's a
Apocalypto.
Mel Gibson movie.
Oh, it's brilliant.
He directed it, but it's all period. It's all done in foreign language.
They
Yeah,
actually
and it's
went and
harsh.
they filmed it in South America with like native people down.
The,
it's incredible.
the sacrifice,
Interesting.
the human sacrifice scenes are brutal.
Dude,
Yeah,
all right.
it's all about the Mayan
Brutal.
civilization.
Yeah.
We need to save
crazy.
that for like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Mel
we'll-
Gibson
we'll-
Can
movie.
we
what-
stop recording, go watch it, and then come back and finish the show?
March. We already got February, but maybe March. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Kadish is 100% right though. Apocalypto is like the highbrow version of this movie,
Okay.
and it's amazing.
But it's
it
actually
really
entertaining.
is. I never thought about it, but it really
it's
is.
this
Same
fairly
movie.
close to the same plot.
Same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jude, you were going to say something about the mammoth hunting.
Okay. So, did anybody have a problem with how he killed that mammoth?
He put the spear. It's just same way.
Well, the spear got stuck.
Yeah,
in
it got
Yeah.
stuck in a rock,
Yeah.
and then the thing ran into
Are
it.
you not allowed to pick up a second spear? Because
No, no.
technically he killed that thing.
No, what
Had
happened?
it been me in that contest, I'd have been like, yep.
So just for context,
Yeah.
whoever kills the mammoth gets to be chief of the village.
Yeah.
The white spear holder.
They
Yes.
get to take the white spear and,
and
the chief
and
of
you
the
take
village.
the woman.
Yeah, you take
Yeah.
you get woman and you get mammoth and you become chief. Ugh.
So yeah,
Um,
and his dad was the prior chief, and yeah.
So you're not a man, so you're not going to understand this.
that's right.
Okay.
But
you need to like know your role around here
Please,
in caveman times.
please explain it in many words for my simple human
yeah,
lady
this simple
brain.
woman brain.
You
Oh,
go
hold
get you make baby and cook food.
Yeah, no touch spear.
No touch spear.
Provide vagina. Or whatever.
So the reason why he couldn't claim that as him being a brave warrior and he killed the mammoth was because he was actively running away, and it was an accident that
Yeah.
the spear got wedged into the rock.
He was
And
guilty.
if you watch it, the thing was running after him. He was running in the opposite direction,
I watched it.
and the spear just the mammoth just didn't see it.
I feel like that was an act of God. And it was still his spear and his act.
If Crumb is
that-
not on our side, then to hell with him.
I choose myself. I didn't have a problem with it. He had the spear ready. It got stuck because the sun god was like, "Now you're in the perfect position, bro. Just hold it right there."
No.
And then the mammoth fell on it. And then as the mammoth was dying, you got to get out of the way.
No, you're not a man.
No, you have to jump off a cliff with a spear.
Yes.
and pierce its brain
And go full Legolas. And scream in triumph.
You have to make a scene.
Well, also the funniest thing was Evelette when he told her that, oh, I can't claim you because I didn't really do it. She's just like, bro, what the fuck? She's like, no, claim me, please.
Women
this
just
doesn't
don't
matter.
understand.
Claim me. Here I am.
You killed Mammoth. These are yours.
Put a baby in me.
Okay,
All right,
but
let's
also
go.
he had already claimed her, and then in front of the tribe, he was like, "I claim my woman."
Yeah, yeah.
And aren't they like in bed when he's like, "By the way,
Well, he had talked.
I
he
gotta
was-
give you back up," and she's
Yeah.
like, at that point, she was like, "Yeah, what the fuck?"
Well, he sat down with his mentor, and his mentor knew there was something. Tick Tick. His name is Tick Tick.
Oh, that reminds me. I want to read you the IMDb for this
Oh,
movie
please.
because
So
it's
good.
fucking gold.
Okay.
What would your like caveman name be?
Boo Boo.
We need to figure out our caveman names. It's very important.
Kazungas.
You sneeze a lot.
Buzamos.
Boozoo. It's boozoo.
Boozoo.
It's booze. And it's booze. I got you.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's it. T-shirt.
Boom, boom, boozoo.
Boom, boom, boozoo. That's it. Yeah.
That's a sticker. That's a sticker.
Boom, boom.
The wise boom boom.
Oh, dude, how hard was the old mother tripping throughout this entire movie?
Oh,
Dude, she's like tripping balls the whole time.
She's full
Got
on
some
like
straight up shrooms.
Kong Skull Island.
Oh, yeah.
Like loopy.
Love her. Love it.
Yeah, like the entire time she's just going through this weird acid trip. Where she's literally watching the same movie we are. And then at a certain point, she's like, I'm just going to die and like let my spirit go into the blue-eyed
She's been
chick.
at Burning Man this whole movie.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so once they set off on their adventure, they meet up with the tribes. I freaking love the tribes, dude.
I want to talk about the tiger pit first.
The tiger pit. Yeah, go for it.
I really like that scene. That was really cool.
Oh, when
because he falls into the tiger pit, and there's the
saber-tooth tiger.
Smilodon, right?
Smile.
Yeah, the Smilodon. Smart scientist brain. Smilodon.
Fire good.
Yeah.
Smarts also good.
And he's all like, this thing's trapped in the same pit he is.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, don't kill me, dude. Just don't kill. I'm gonna free you, but don't kill me.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. It was a cool.
It was a very like chosen one moment.
Yeah. You know, it's
The
like
warrior who speaks to the saber-tooth.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of important. And you know, and he makes friends with the giant saber-tooth tiger lion thing.
And the tribe is like, oh,
And they're like, oh shit. You know,
this dude's got big dick energy.
Yeah, at that point, he's like, well, that was technically, you know what? No, I'm going to claim that one.
So he saves the thing out of the pit, and then they both escape. And then they did part ways, and he goes and he gets captured by the Tutsi tribe of Kenya.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
No, you're not right. I think it is called the Tutsi tribe. I think you might be right.
The tiger comes in and is like, rah, don't fuck with my boy.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh shit.
He's the chosen one.
He's the dude.
Is he your? Oh, sorry, man. I didn't know you guys were friends.
It's like, oh, spirit tooth. Spirits say this guy chosen one, you know, and it was just like pretty wild.
I will say that the CGI is getting dated. That freaking Sabretooth was looking weak.
Although at the time this movie came out, that was
great.
like the height of technology because they had to do so many passes on that thing that because like there was like water involved and there was fur and there was all this stuff. It was taking 18 hours to render a single frame of these creatures, and they had to like cut back on the amount of fur they had in order to like reduce that time. Otherwise, it was going to take them like forever.
I wanted the tiger to go like full Lion King and just like claim the white spear himself and be like, I take the woman.
Sit on Pride Rock.
How badass was the white spear?
Oh,
That thing was fucking
it was a spear, and then it had like a detachable like vertebrae spine thing on it. It was pretty dope.
I want one of those things to hang on the wall.
I'm going to make you one.
Oh, sweet. I can't wait.
I'm going to kill a human and make you one.
That'd be awesome.
I was gonna say call Natalie Bronfman, see if she can make one.
You know
for
what?
you.
My best friend Natalie Bronfman.
Yes, yeah.
We're gonna get to the end. You guys are gonna all give this movie like a 1.5 or 2, but we're all loving talking about it.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's like-
I don't.
Let me ask you a question. Did you hate watching Invasion but love talking about it?
No, I did. I guess that's a true point.
No,
yes.
but you did.
I like. So listen, this is a tangent, but the invasion shit that we did that everybody loved. I love talking about it because of all the interaction we got from people, other people who hated it as well.
So the enjoyment factor of talking about it has nothing to do with the rating of it.
I feel like you guys like this movie and you just won't admit it.
No, it's stupid.
It's
I'm
a
never going to
movie.
watch this again.
You guys are on crack.
I disagree with them. The table is split.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me some bumps.
Boom.
All right, boy.
If
Okay, bro.
anyone ever tries to get me to watch this movie again, I will stab them.
You know what I feel like this week is? This week is my true birthday week.
Yeah.
Because I was outnumbered last week on my actual birthday week, and you guys all fucking suck because you guys did not like the same movies I did. But this week, Alex is back. I feel like I can be myself a little bit.
You are a little looser, I can tell.
Looser.
I mean, that might have something to do with the fireball.
Fireball! Ah! Yeah, so
That's going to sound so bad on the audio only. I'm so sorry, guys.
But yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes on this adventure, right? One of my favorite scenes.
Gets together with the tribes.
Yeah, he gets together with the tribes, and it's very that stupid space movie that I hate, Avatar, where he goes and he gathers all the tribes from the east and the west.
And they get together at the spirit tree thing.
Because the
Tree of Life.
the slavers have come and taken people from each tribe, so they all want revenge and they want to rescue their family.
The biker gang.
The biker gang. I love it all. It's great, whatever it is.
So it's the Mongols or whatever.
See,
the fuck.
you guys,
honestly-
biker gangs have been around for a long,
know, right?
Real long time. The four-legged demons.
That's a badass biker name.
And it's kind of funny because G was like, "What are they talking about? They don't have 4 legs." I was like, "It's about them on the horses."
It's
Yeah,
the
they're
horses, because they were like the only people who like tamed horses.
They are not one with the horses. They're just riding them.
All right, I guess.
Isn't that one dude's all like thirsty for the cave chick or whatever?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. He's like, oh, she's a slave, but goddamn, she's hot.
You know.
Yeah.
I was remember the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies that do with the big chin.
Oh, Robert Zadar.
I was getting like Zadar vibes off that dude. Off the.
Yeah,
Are you talking about like Cyborg?
So like the
No.
actor's name has been Badara, and I've seen him in other stuff, and I always thought that his voice was modulated, but that's actually his voice.
Yeah, I kept trying to think of what I'd seen him in before.
So just for the people listening to the show, there's this gang of slavers, and they basically go out and they get slaves for what the place is that we end up at the end of the movie that we'll talk about here in a minute. But they go to the mammoth people and they steal half the tribe, and the movie is basically about what the fuck is his name? They're basically
Delay.
chasing them down to rescue the people from the
Evelyn.
tribe.
Right.
So before they get to wherever they're going.
Yeah. I mean, this plot's not new.
No,
This has been
not at
used a
all.
lot of times before.
Or interesting.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't.
It was
either.
very basic. Okay, yep, we're on a rescue mission. Let's freaking go.
Let's go save our people.
You're
So
basic.
I am a basic bitch.
Wait, I'll rephrase. You basic.
Yeah, basic. Let's talk about the ending when they get to the Atlantean slave city.
With the corn.
Corn is important. I really like the way they describe the ships, and this is the dumbest part of the movie. I will give you this. This is the stupidest thing ever that happens.
Once we get to the ships, the movie goes a little off the rails.
It goes way off the
Yeah.
rails, and here I'll explain why. So the slavers take their people and they go to the river and they get on their ships, which they call like the birds or something like that, the giant birds. But it's really cool visually because
water birds.
yeah. Oh, what if they get on the birds and fly away? And it's a ship,
It's
but
like the Death Rocky. They don't want to fuck with water.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the salt
exactly.
sea and shit like
They
that.
don't understand. There's like
But-
bad spirits deep in the water. I get it.
I like the visualization of the ships, how the sails looked like wings and they floated away. I thought that was great.
Looked really good.
It was really cool looking. Here's the dumbest part of the movie. They get there and they're like, shit, they're on their boats. Now we can't catch them. And the one dude's like, well, we have to cross the great sand sea and nobody's ever done that and survived before. I'm like, follow the river. Just follow the goddamn river.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah, it's like
Follow
it's
the yellow brick road.
wherever they go, the river's gonna go. So just follow the river,
Well,
and you don't have to
The
travel.
problem with following the river is like they wouldn't be able to keep pace with them. So like,
They didn't keep pace with them in the desert either, though.
well, they got there around the same time.
Yeah, close, because the river takes the roundabout, right? And
Oh, they had to cut across
And they
the-
took
Scenic route.
as the crow flies.
Oh, remember the magical North Star, and they were like,
Oh yeah, follow the star.
follow the
Yeah.
star.
Well,
That
it was the
kinda
one star
funny.
in the sky that never moved.
Yeah.
So like that gave them their direction.
That's
kind
the
of
North
important.
Star, right? The North
Yeah.
Star is the only
Yeah,
one
yeah,
that doesn't move.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And it was part of the constellation Orion, which played a big part in the prophecy because Evelette had the scar on her hands that matched the constellation.
Same.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Let's move to the pyramid. So
go for it.
So they cross the desert. They follow the bird. They follow the birds, and then the ships. I'm sorry, the birds. and well, they don't follow the ships. They talk to some other tribal shaman. He goes, go across the desert,
and die.
and you know if you make it, you'll be there where the birds go with the people. And so they go, okay, and they don't die. They make it. And there's the Almighty. And he has his army of slaves and his army of slavers, and they're building pyramids for some reason. Nobody really knows
Why not?
Can I interject really quickly?
Yes,
Because I just had a thought. Could you imagine being a shaman, but also being really petty? And being like, yeah, just go into the desert.
That's gonna be so dumb.
You guys, it's going to be hilarious.
They're all gonna die.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, just
One
just
of
go into the desert.
One of my favorite tribes in this movie that they finally meet is the grass tribe, and they all have like reeds of grass as masks and shit. I thought that was super cool, very nerdy. I was like, hell yeah, dude. I wanted to see more of like those armies.
probably the same tribe that was in Quest for Fire.
Probably.
But we'll get there later.
We'll get there in a minute. Let's finish up 10,000 BC. So the final battle, of course, the hero of the story goes and he says, we can start a rebellion. All the slaves can rebel against these fake gods.
Yeah,
we
they're
can destroy
building the
them.
pyramids for God knows what reason.
Yeah, and rescue the people. They use the mammoths because they're mammoth people and they know they understand the mammoth's brain for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And they
Listen, once you have your hands inside a mammoth brain, it changes you.
Southern accent.
That was weird.
That was super weird.
Cheers.
Fireball.
Weirdness.
Fire good.
Fire good.
Anyway, so they start the revolution.
I'm gonna have to chug this.
And they win. He kills the god. He goes full Leonidas, except he actually hits the target. And
This is Yana!
And he finds out that's where his dad ended up and died.
right, yeah. There's a subplot there that I don't think they really needed.
It didn't really need to go there,
It could have been washed out and it would have been fine.
He had to save his name.
Well, they had to have a reason why these bizarre remote tribes could speak their language, and so like the dad had to
And
go there
also
and
why
teach
they
them.
would give him the corn. Oh, your dad gave me this to give to
Oh
you.
shit! Magic maze.
I remember a guy who looked just like you.
Oh, yeah, he looked just like you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucking weird.
He had this weird bracelet. It was okay, yeah, you're
and
cool.
Delay's like,
Daddy.
can only be one man, my father.
Yeah.
So they go through like this Exodus, like, you know, 10 Commandments bullshit.
Let my people go.
Yeah. And you know,
And they win. The girl dies for like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And then the witch lady at the beginning of the movie
Old
dies
mother.
across the country.
Fulfilling her prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives her
for sure.
spirit to the blue-eyed girl.
And she comes back to life. And
great.
everybody lives happily ever after.
Yeah.
All the tribes are united. We're going
Yeah.
not
And
see you anymore.
instead of just straight hunters, now they become hunter farmers.
Yes.
And it's the revolution of Cro-Magnon.
and we all start living happily ever after.
Great.
And New York City. and we're good. So, all right.
Apocalypse. C. Season 2. Travantes. Pittsburgh.
It's all a cycle. It's all a cycle.
Yep.
You know what? We need to go back to those days. People were much smarter back then. It's like you had a purpose in life. You grew some shit. You fucked. You made babies. And you lived. You know, we didn't have time to make stupid podcasts and bitch at each other on social media. We had things to do.
Yeah.
Okay. We had to survive. And we didn't have time
for this petty nonsense.
for this bullshit.
We were all in great
spent
shape.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, there was
Except for the godmother.
obesity.
What was the godmother? Was
she
a
was
little
old.
She was old. She was like, you know what? I'm
Her
done.
name is Old Mother.
Old mother. Yes.
Settle down.
It was like,
Check your expectations.
I'm sorry.
These
Couldn't
movies,
she have been hot though?
Oh, hot old mother. Who wants
mother.
that? She's old as fuck, wearing just a fucking bikini. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a vision. I'm gonna put them all up in your face.
we've got hot Aunt May. That's a thing now.
Okay, in the beginning when she has that vision and she takes that girl's face and she just like jiggles her cheeks. Hot old mother takes her tits and puts them on your cheeks.
Motorboats it.
And
Yeah.
motorboats
Oh,
you.
I would love that. That'd be rad.
Fulfill the
But like her
prophecy.
face is old as fuck. But her tits are good. They're new.
They're like woolly mammoth tits.
10,000 BC tits.
Yeah, they're covered in fur, but they're perky as shit.
I think we're missing something nowadays.
Final thoughts, bud.
Final
Give us
thought.
a
We're
rating.
missing mammoth tits nowadays.
Oh my god, I almost shot my beer out my nose.
I just think we need to like go back to our roots. We need to throw away our phones and move back into huts.
You first.
And,
Hey, I'm already halfway there, man.
We'll go.
I got one
You
foot.
have to give up your button machine.
Well,
We all know you're not gonna fucking do that. Give up my buttons.
I have a problem. Okay.
How dare you?
Listen, that's all hand. This arm is getting strong from pulling that fucking button crank. Okay, you have
You know
no
what?
idea.
I pull cranks too.
No. I'm not talking about cranking him. I'm talking about my arm cranking down like I'm at the gym.
This
all
whole
right?
side of my body is strong as fuck.
Yeah, that's right. This, yeah.
Yeah, it's from all that button making, right? Judy?
Salty's broken.
Yeah.
Salty's broken.
You do them with your feet too sometimes?
Ooh. Put those back up and take your sock off. I like feet. Yeah. Secret fetish. Ooh. Here, cheers.
Vader does like my feet.
I have a foot thing. Yeah, nobody else. Give me some love.
Give up your.
I have some new tattoos on my foot.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cheers. So, hold on.
Are
Salty's
you
broken.
okay? Is he crying? Are
He's
you
crying. He's crying.
Okay.
Ah!
I'm so
You are the tribe, bitch.
I'm so happy to be back. Oh, I missed you guys so much.
This is what we do. I'm not even that drunk yet.
Give up your button machine, you
I
weak
never.
bitch.
I got to get more button machines. I got to get a big so I can make bigger buttons.
He's like, you know what? I'll make you my button machine. No problem.
I've already made Kadish my button. He's right
Oh my
there.
god, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Where is Kadish?
Baby, what did he do to you?
You've got profile pictures for
He's right
all
there.
of our fans on there too.
He's right there.
You got Patreons.
Right there.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, okay. Final thoughts, Vader, on 10,000 BC. Give it a rating.
That was like Patreon only shit, right?
I don't know. That might stay in. Let's see how drunk I am when I edit this episode.
Final rating for this movie. I enjoyed this movie. Listen, it's not high cinema. It's not the greatest movie ever made. I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed all of these movies this week. But this is the weakest movie, I think, of the week for me personally. And this is why we're doing this movie, the next movie, the next movie. I feel like we're doing this movie. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give this movie 2.5 stars. Because it's not fantastic.
That's lower than I expected you to say.
Yeah, well, I need room for the other movies. But yeah, so 2.5 stars. I like it before they get to the weird pyramid shit. But I enjoy the weird pyramid shit because it feeds my alien my ancient aliens conspiracy brain a little bit. I enjoyed that part. I'm happy that Roland Emmerich went there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was kind of a weird fit with the first half of the movie.
They should have dived into that a little bit
You know
more.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I wanted to see some more. I wanted to see like some maybe they should have like had some like weird light flash across the sky or something when they were like going with the hunters.
If they would have went aliens
and not explained it, just like a weird light go across the sky or something, that would have been really cool. You know, so
if they went full aliens in this,
they could have had like
I
George
lost my shit.
Tsoukalos have like a caveman
this would have been
or something.
This would have been a 5 out of 5.
Oh,
if they went
for sure.
If they went full aliens,
100%.
ancient.
But Ice Age era shit. I love it. I just love that. I got
you.
Two
Two
yeah, but I'm gonna go 2.5.
Okay.
Just to give me some room to play with the next two movies.
Also, no boobs in this movie.
Yeah, no boobs.
Oh, fuck this movie.
God damn it. That would have given it a 3. So
half star for boobs.
Yeah.
All right, Jude. Final thoughts on 10,000 BC.
I agree and disagree with Vader in that it is a 2.5 biker gangs, prehistoric biker gangs. It's a 2.5 prehistoric biker gangs out of 5.
Okay.
But I don't like it. I never want to watch it again. And I thought it was real dumb.
I will definitely watch this movie.
I probably will too.
I also need to leave room for the other movies. So that's why this is getting a 2.5.
I like your strategy, you guys over there. Kadish, how about you, buddy?
So in the watch order that we did these 3 movies, this was the last one Jude and I watched.
Yeah.
And when we started up, I was like, oh, thank God there's actual dialogue in this movie.
Yes.
So for that, I have to give it credit because it was like the one that I could understand the best.
It's like, thank God for narrators, right?
Exactly. So, but this is not a good movie. I found it very boring, very generic. it was kind of weird when we got to the pyramids because there were like shots there that were like straight from Stargate, which Roland Emmerich also directed. So like it almost felt like repetitive and not quite as cool as Stargate. But overall, like I just found the movie just kind of like silly and boring, and I'd give it like 2 stars out of 5.
Okay. I will say, as far as a Roland Emmerich like Stargate thing, if this would have been like a prequel to Stargate, dude.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
So
I don't know.
more aliens, the better, especially when it comes to the ancient stuff. I'm good. I have plenty of whiskey. You know what? I'm right there with you. I'm like 2.5.
Yeah.
I don't hate it by any means. It's a goofy, fun adventure, kind of swashbuckling, but also like cave people hunter thing. I don't hate it. I think it's very bloated for sure.
For sure.
I think they could have trimmed a lot of the fat off and made it a little bit more direct, and I think it would have been a better movie for that. There's way too much going on with like meeting the tribes. They took way too long to travel. Like just get like, hey, they kidnapped us, run, go to the town, start the revolution, and spend more time with the crazy Atlanteans. Like I wanted that. So I can understand there's definitely flaws to this movie, but I don't hate it.
So 2.5?
2.5. I could definitely watch it again.
2.5, 2.5. What did you give it, babe?
2.
Gave it 2.
Yeah.
2.
So we're all on the same page. That's interesting.
Right around
I
there,
like
right
that.
there.
All right, guys, that's it for 10,000 BC. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about Clan of the Cave People next.
Cave Bear.
Sorry, Cave Bear. Whatever. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. The next movie on our list is Clan of the Cave Bear, where we fight the prehistoric patriarchy. And it's going to be a great time. I'm suspecting that this is Jude's favorite movie this week.
You're goddamn right.
Before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody, if you want to get some cool swag, like our official Salty Nerd Podcast logo t-shirt, go to saltynerdstore.com. Help support the podcast, and in return, you get some awesome swag in return, of course, and help spread the word and let people know that our podcast is the best damn comedy pop culture podcast on the internet.
At least when we're drinking.
So I know that you missed it, but earlier, before we started filming this show, I was drinking coffee out of my Smash the Patriarchy mug.
Nice. Classic Jude. All right, Jude, take it away. Clan of the Cave Bear. What is this movie all about?
1986, Clan of the Cave Bear, rated R with a runtime of 1 hour, 38 minutes. This had a budget of $18 million. What do you think this brought into the box office?
Oh, 2.
So listen, this movie comes from an immensely popular series of books.
Seriously?
Like 50 million some. I think I've sold like 50 million books. 6 books in the series. It's over.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the movie brought in, but I'm going to say probably $100 million.
Okay.
Maybe.
Wow.
Solid guess.
Wow. Okay.
Alex was right. $1.9 million.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I can't believe it either.
I mean, this was like 82, like $100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, the patriarchy
I'm
was
drunk.
in full action.
Oh, yeah. They just don't like female strong
but
characters.
you know what? I'm correct about how popular this book series is.
You're not joking.
That is
This
There's
is an
a
immensely popular series.
Clan of the
books.
Cave Bear is all over Audible. You can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 6 books. I think it's called the Children of Earth series.
Yeah.
And basically, 10,000 BC was the only movie this week that was not based on a book. All the other 2 movies were.
Okay.
Okay.
Take it away, Jude.
Ayla.
Ayla.
A gross blonde from the Others tribe is orphaned in an earthquake.
Gross blonde.
I'm sorry.
That was hilarious.
I'm supposed to let you read
You
these
totally-
without interruption, but
totally took me by
God
out.
damn
Get your
it.
shit together.
Gross ass
I
blue eyes
have
blonde
more to
bitch
say.
with a hot ass and nice tits.
I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
Gross. Isa of the Cave Bear tribe rescues her and raises her as her own in the clan. Everyone except for Browd, the next in line as leader, accepts Ayla, but it's clear from an early age that she's different from the clan. Isa and her brother Kreb try to teach Ayla as many skills as they can to make her essential to the clan, but Browd, in between rapes, can't stand her.
Oh God. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's trudging up all the memories. This ridiculous movie.
She teaches herself how to hunt. Which is outlawed. She teaches herself how to hunt, which is outlawed, and ends up exiled from the clan. When she returns later with an infant son, the clan has respect for her, but no one.
Dirk. His name Dirk.
The clan has respect for her, as no one has ever survived exile before. Everyone except for Brown, who's about to become clan leader and is determined to teach Ayla, who's boss, around these clan parts.
Oh, God, I can't do this right now. I gotta drink too much.
I hate this movie so much.
I love this movie so much.
Stupid.
Alex!
Yeah.
Oh, God bless Daryl Hannah. I love her.
Were we done with the synopsis? Okay.
Close
I'm so
enough.
sorry.
I'm
I couldn't
sorry.
get through it. As you were
Crying.
As you were describing the synopsis, I kept getting
You were
these
just
flashes.
reliving it?
I was reliving this awful movie. It's
not awful. It's fucking good.
okay.
I like this movie, Mama.
And I like the movies too.
It showed me his movies and I liked it too.
Okay, gotta calm down.
Let's calm down. Oh, we got an audience to think about.
Sorry.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to do the synopsis with my ass in the air. Because that's Daryl Hannah through the whole movie.
She just bows doggy style.
And okay, so every time Brown, this fucking asshole in the
Yeah.
tribe, like claps his hand and like
Does like a symbol.
does like a symbol with his
Yeah.
hands, she's required to like
Bend
go to
over.
the ground but put her ass up.
And go full doggy style.
Head down, ass up. That's the way cavemen like to fuck.
Apple bottom bees. The bees.
Right in front of the rest of the tribe.
Everybody. Right in the middle of the
Oh
cave.
my God, super in the cave.
Oh.
That one cave lady just like takes her son's face and is like, just don't look. Just don't look at it.
Don't listen to the
He's
clapping.
gonna be leader someday. Like, don't make a thing out of it.
Her like adopted mom's like, that's just the way the tribe
happen.
goes.
It is what it is,
and then
man.
she comes back with a surprise baby, and Brown's like, that thing's gross. Kill it.
Well, they didn't know how babies were made, actually.
Yeah, they had no
True.
idea. So she was just like, the gods made me
All they
pregnant.
knew was like, this thing needs a hole.
Brown is an asshole.
Listen, I love cave people.
Oh.
They give no fucks. And he's like, it's like you were texting me earlier this week. It's like the whole podcast is going to be about nothing but really weird rape scenes because it's in every movie. And I'm like, yeah, well, you're not wrong. And I just kind of chalk it up to like, okay, primitives, they're like monkeys, whatever. They're just gonna do what monkeys do.
They just
you
do.
You ever go to a zoo, dude?
You gotta procreate.
Those freaking
Procreate.
those freaking orangutans and shit, they're like fucking right in
Yeah.
front of you the
Yeah.
whole time. It ain't no big deal.
Yeah, you ever caveman
Oh.
role played?
It's no,
No?
No.
like throwing poop at you and shit.
Yeah.
It's no big deal, man.
I got too many kids. I made too many mistakes.
Yeah,
Wait, wait, wait.
I've done a lot of
this.
I'm done.
You got all them kids, but you never caveman one of those kids?
It's like, that's the best thing about being a cave people is you just take your club and go bonk on the woman's top of her head.
Yeah.
And you drag her back to the bush, back behind the cave,
Anyway.
and you do your thing, man. It's
So-
no big deal.
Things are too easy for people now. Now
I know.
there's like date rate drugs.
So the plot, let's I've got to change the subject. The plot of this movie, this little girl, she's like a member of the new age of she's like a Cro-Magnon man or
it's-
something,
She's
right?
It's
an orphan.
Neanderthal. It's Neanderthal versus Cro-Magnon.
Yeah.
The main tribe is Cro-Magnon, and Ayla is a member of the Neanderthals. who-
Others.
No.
who they view as the others.
Is it the opposite?
Ayla is a Cro-Magnon, which is
Okay.
us.
Uh-huh.
We are Cro-Magnons.
Okay, I thought we were
And-
Homo
and-
sapiens.
Well, whatever.
sapiens.
We're of Ayla.
Listen, let's not
Ayla
get boggled down.
Ayla is our mother. Okay, they found her on the side of the river
Right.
after she had some issues with a tiger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
After her mother got swallowed by an earthquake, and
Yeah.
So,
I will say I'll give this movie credit for a live action lion on set.
Yeah.
There was extensive scenes with a live real lion and a little 9-year-old girl in the same frame. And I was like, oh shit, they're going there. Like, I give them props for that. That had to have been a nightmare on production side of like, hey, let's make sure the lion doesn't eat the little girl.
I think I actually watched this movie in '86. I remember watching this as a very young person.
No way.
Yeah, and I liked this movie.
Is that where you got your hatred for blondes?
I don't hate blondes. I'm a natural blonde.
Yeah.
Are you?
She is a
Yeah,
blonde.
Oh, so you were like, oh, that's me.
She'll never let us see her as a blonde. But
I just thought it was a good story about cave people. And it's nice to see a movie about ancient times where a woman is strong.
Yeah, it was actually quite progressive for
It really was.
Paleolithic ethical era.
I understand why it lost money in 1986.
here's something I can say about this movie. I know you guys don't like this movie, but I don't care.
I like this movie.
Good. Okay. Well,
Fist bump.
every single one of these characters in this movie are more drawn and planned out and than a lot of characters that we see in modern movies are today. And none of them spoke a word of anything other than grunting and groaning.
90% of the dialogue in this movie was Ela.
And grunts and then hand signals.
Yeah.
It's like I got invested in these characters.
I learned sign language through this movie.
Well, one of the interesting things from the book is that, they theorized that the Neanderthals didn't have fully developed language. And so they theorized that they communicated mostly through sign language with a little bit of sound to like help it along. So because they didn't have the fully developed language, they actually like developed this like way of using hand signals to communicate. So
do you know that Ayla's mom or adopted mom is the chick from Kindergarten Cop?
Yes.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
cool.
the redhead from Kindergarten
And
Cop.
they were probably the same age when they were filming this.
You want to hear something even funnier is the guy who directed this, Michael Chapman, he was the cinematographer for Kindergarten Cop.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow, man. Kindergarten Cop has some stuff to do with Clan of the Cave Bear.
So Michael Chapman, the guy who directed this movie, this was like one of the only movies that he'd actually directed. He was a cinematographer on like Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, The Fugitive, Lost Boys, Ghostbusters 2, Kindergarten Cop. So like he's very like well-accomplished cinematographer, but this was like I think one of the only movies that he actually directed, and it was actually written by John Sayles. And I can remember when we were watching this and I was looking at the credits, I was like, wow, there are a lot of familiar names here. So John Sayles, he was of the Roger Corman school. He wrote Battle Beyond the Stars, one of our favorites. Alligator, another one of our favorites.
Alligator.
The Howling,
Yes.
the original
I love
Piranha.
The Howling.
Yeah. And the guy who was the cinematographer on this movie was Jan de Bont, who went on to direct Speed and Twister and like The Haunting.
This has got some legacy to it then, huh? Wow, that's cool. That's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
I
got
don't
a
know,
pedigree.
dude. This movie was a drag.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a sexist at heart because I was just like, whatever, man.
That's true.
This chick is just driving me up a wall.
Because she's ugly.
No, that didn't.
She was
She was the best looking girl in the movie.
But I
'cause she's
love the
supposed to be.
scene where all of the cave people are talking about her.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
all like subtitled because they're talking in ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
Yeah, it's this prehistoric language.
And like Kreb is talking to his sister. And he's like, Ela's so ugly.
Yeah, that poor girl. She's not going to get a husband.
so ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's the prettiest one out of all of them.
she's
Well,
gorgeous.
by our
standards.
by our Homo sapien standards.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, blonde hot chick. Yeah. Okay. But you know.
It was very interesting, very funny.
I mean, Browd liked her.
But
Well,
Brown was
no,
a
Browd
dick.
did not like her.
He wanted to take her to his house.
Yeah.
Hated that dude.
Yeah,
He
you're
was
supposed
such
to.
a prick.
From the very beginning, Browd
yeah.
was overshadowed by her when they were children because she just showed up, and he's like supposed to be the heir apparent to the tribe chief, and and everything was always about that bitch over there. So,
I mean,
man,
from the
it's like, I
very
get it.
first time he meets her, he's poking her with a stick. Like, what's up with this
He's got
fucking
some
weirdo?
serious like inferiority complex going on with Browd.
Browd.
He could sense
Browd.
her power.
I love that name, Browd.
I do love the family dynamic between Issa and Kreb. And like Issa has her own daughter, but she knows that she has to protect Ayla or they're going to kill her.
Listen,
Did you guys recognize Kreb?
I did not. No.
He's the shaman, right? The guy
With the face.
Lisa's husband.
Yeah, because he's like,
no, not her husband.
No, that's her brother.
Her brother.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he knows he's never going to have a mate. He's never going to have his own child, so he adopts Ayla as his child and tries to protect her. So he teaches her math, and then she teaches him some math. And he's like, "Don't show that to anyone."
Yeah, that was played by James Remar, though, who was like Dexter's father.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Oh.
I did not recognize him at all.
Yeah,
Wow.
there was a lot of makeup going on.
I think
6 degrees to see.
I think every good actor in Hollywood should have to make a Caveman movie in their early years.
Well, we'll talk about Ron Perlman and how he just chewed up his movie.
I love.
Wow.
Listen, man,
We'll get there.
I know you guys give him these movies shit. I love Caveman movies. They're so much fun.
They're
so much fucking fun.
So goofy.
It's just like it's
I don't know, bro. I don't
When
know.
I make you that white spear, I'm also going to make you a fur cloak
Okay.
There you go.
I'll wear it on the podcast.
Yeah, but
from the same human.
Okay.
this whole movie is basically about Ayla's journey in this society where her race is basically set to inherit the earth, and the Cro-Magnons are kind of the ones like on the way out, and it shows through her development how like she sets the stage for I guess modern
tool usage.
She's smarter.
Yeah.
She's smarter
Genetics.
than these stupid ass Neanderthals.
And the movie actually ends with her giving up her own son to the tribe in order for her to go out and do her own thing.
To be fair,
He was a half-breed.
This movie is the first movie of what should have been many. Well, I know you guys will probably think I'm crazy. I would love to see some Hollywood director or producer or movie maker take this series of books and make a new series of movies.
Well, originally
covering the whole thing. I want to see.
Originally, this movie was going to be a TV movie, but it became too expensive. So they went out and shot it, and they were going to shoot the sequel right afterwards. But the movie bombed so hard that they were like, "Oh, we can't do this." But they've tried to turn the book series into like another like streaming original series, but it's never gotten off the ground.
God,
Yeah,
that would be
I could
amazing.
totally see that.
That would be if like Prime or Netflix or something.
AMC.
Yeah, just like let's
I don't think there's a
Clan of
big,
the Cave Bear.
big
No, dude.
caveman market.
I'm
I
telling
can
you.
see. I
am
can
Right
see.
telling you,
here.
this would happen.
Right here.
This would be like something that everybody would like really get into. But it would be like, oh, I'm not gonna tell nobody I'm doing it. But I'm gonna watch it every single week. And I would love to see six seasons of the adventures of Ayla, of the children of the whatever. What is the book series called?
Children of Earth.
I want to see the Children of the Earth series on Netflix. I do.
Wow.
I do
I want to
too.
see it. I think it would be amazing.
I could see them doing something like.
And then they meet up with Norsemen.
Sure.
Shit.
Whatever.
I could see them doing something like animated. Would be a lot easier.
No,
easier of a sell.
no.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying as far as like if you want to actually sell this to a studio.
These streaming studios have fuck you money. And
Alex, you don't know what studios want.
And I want to see this because I think
they want an audience, and they're not going to get one.
People would be into this. I really do, guys.
Dude, listen, the no speaking, the no dialogue,
50 million books sold.
the no dialogue thing. Well, books you can read. They have dialogue. You can understand people's thoughts.
This guy doesn't read.
Unless you're
I
gonna
don't
have
fucking read.
unless you're gonna have a narration over every character.
Okay. This movie, and you had the lady going, and Ayla didn't get along.
Dude,
with
yeah,
the
okay,
spirit
that's a
people."
little
This
much.
movie did have a narrator,
Yeah.
which cleared up a little bit of stuff.
It made
Right.
you understand what was happening.
Was there subtitles in this
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
There were
I
subtitles?
can see six
For the sign
seasons. I can
language.
see six seasons of 12 episodes. I can see video games.
No.
I
No.
absolutely can.
No.
Absolutely, 100%.
Dude, the video game, what is it? Assassin's Creed Primal or whatever. That didn't do really well. That was all caveman shit. Did you play it,
I haven't yet.
Mr. Caveman?
No.
Okay.
But I have doesn't mean I haven't. I didn't, I didn't
I'm
play
telling you,
enough of
dude.
World of Warcraft,
Audiences these days are not going to watch a bunch of people
though. I think
grunting.
you're wrong. I think you're wrong. completely wrong.
I think a lot of audiences will be fine with people grunting.
No.
And watching what's happening while they're grunting.
But
Anyway.
anyway, we need to like break down the movie. What happened? What happened, Matthew? Tell us about the movie.
So I just want to talk about the scene that sticks out most in my mind in this movie, which is at a certain point, the tribes are all called to gather together. And Ayla, who's been trained as the new medicine woman of the cave bear tribe, goes to represent what's her name?
Cave bear.
The clan of the cave bear.
Isa.
Because Isa's health is failing.
Mm-hmm.
And so she makes this trek. And while she's there, she meets another kind of half-blooded Neanderthal.
Blue-eyed guy.
Yeah, he's a Cro-Magnon guy with blue eyes, and he kind of instantly falls in love with her. Mm-hmm. And then later on, during like one of the ceremonies, all the warriors...
it's like 5 seconds later.
Yeah, all the warriors are trying to kill a bear. And this bear is just like slaughtering everyone. And Ayla jumps out to try to save the life of one of the warriors from her clan. And the bear's like kind of staring her down. And this guy who was like insta-love simp for her was like, oh, come rescue you. And he comes running out and immediately gets eaten by the bear. Like his head gets chopped off by the bear's claws.
Yeah. His head goes a-rolling.
Yeah. And Ayla's just like, sorry.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
I'm a blue-eyed devil.
Yeah.
But it was funny because they did all this build up with this relationship because you're thinking, oh, Ayla finally found a mate, and like, you know, all this.
And that was
stuff.
the whole purpose that Isa sent her, was like, the clan's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
They're never gonna accept you. I have imbued you with these medicine woman powers, but it's not gonna be enough. You have to go there and find a mate. And she meets this guy, and he's like, I like you. And she's like, I like you too. You like my kid? And he's like, he's all right. And she's like, this is gonna work out. And then the guy dies.
Yeah. Then the bear eats him. But it's kind of funny because like throughout this entire movie, like the feminist subtext is very strong.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And that whole part where like the guy who falls in love with her and is going to like make her his mate and protect her and, you know, keep her safe and adopt her kid and all this other stuff, gets his head chopped off. And it's just like, no, she don't need no man. It's like she's good. She can leave the kid behind and go off and follow her career path.
But I also think that it's interesting too. Like, I don't appreciate the way you said that. Like, that's a fucking story, because every fucking movie and story is all about like finding the romance, finding the connection, and everything's gonna be all right once you find a mate. And I liked that aspect of it, whereas Ayla was her own character and she needed to figure shit out on her own, and a man wasn't going to fix everything for her.
Well, there was also a scene where like, so she's getting raped on the regular by, what's his name?
Broud.
Yeah.
Broud.
And there's a part where like Ayla, like, so she had just come back from exile or something like that.
Okay, wait. Before you get into that, I want to talk about the first rape. So he comes up on her at the river and he does like the hand thing, like that's like bow down. So she's like on her side of the riverbed and she bows down. He's like, no, bitch.
Turn it around.
Get over here.
Yeah.
And so she gets near him and she like is like hugging his leg and he's like, nope. And he like grabs her ass and like puts it there. And he's just like, this is how you say you adore me. And she's just like, oh God.
Yeah,
and then it just becomes commonplace after that.
And keep in mind that he finds her repulsive.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
It's a dominating
power
thing.
play.
It's a power play.
It's like when the dog comes up to you in a stranger's house and starts humping your leg.
He gets off on the power. And so like, as Broud, Broud just continues to rape her in front of the entire clan.
In front of everyone.
Hold on. Is there not a moment where he has erectile dysfunction?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You ruined his story.
I'm so sorry.
You cock blocked his story.
Well, but there's a point where like basically after all the raping, Ayla basically showcases that she's like very capable. I think it was when she was like throwing the slingshot stuff.
Yeah.
And so, at a certain point, he's like, Ayla, like, come let me rape you. And so Ayla just, she
becomes a thing.
Well, she's an old pro at this by now. So she just like bends over, offers up her butt, and he tries to rape her. But because like she has the power now, like he can't get off because like he's not like demeaning her or whatever. And then like all the other cave women start making fun of his erectile dysfunction, like showing like, oh, he's hilarious.
They took the stick and they were like,
I mean, like this is a very feminist film.
Oh yeah, hardcore.
But you know what? You guys know me. I'm not into like all that feminist bullshit that's out there these days. But this movie did not bother me. I thought it was a really good story.
Well, there's third wave, and this is what, second wave feminism. I don't know. There's like different.
I don't know what you're saying.
You don't?
No.
I thought Broud was an asshole.
He is an asshole.
And I really enjoyed Ayla. I thought she's the main character of the entire book series. Yeah. And I really want to see the adventures of Ayla going forward. I do. I'm sorry. I want to
You don't
see
have to
more.
apologize.
I know. I am really
Shame.
I am really contemplating like getting these books on audio
It is kind of funny.
and listening to these things because I want to know what happens, man. I really do.
It is kind of funny, like listening to like the other members of the tribe talk about how ugly and
Oh yeah,
disgusting
it's hilarious.
Daryl Hannah is.
If this movie
And
came
Daryl
out
Hannah
today,
is-
You know, she
Beautiful.
started off as a model.
Daryl Hannah is gorgeous. She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Good looking
Absolutely,
lady.
Yeah.
I mean, they ugged her up, and she's a cave woman.
She looks good as a cave woman.
Hell
what are you
yeah.
talking
It's all right.
about?
Looks way better than the freaking Neanderthal she's hanging out with.
Well, yeah, but,
With the eyebrows.
you know, that's
Yeah.
the difference between the Neanderthals and the Homo sapiens. They don't
Yeah.
have, they don't have the
The brow.
the
I mean, the
protruding
aliens
brow
all
and
probably
ridges.
think that we're super Uggs.
oh, I'm
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah, for sure.
But they'd still rape
Two
us.
eyes. Ugh.
Ugh. But you know, imagine like being like a cave person, being a Neanderthal, and all of a sudden this weird ass blonde bitch shows up, and and she's she doesn't look nothing like you guys. He's like, oh, she's ugly. Oh,
When
God.
I had no idea going into this movie what to expect. I've never even
I've really curious. How
never even heard of this movie before.
because this was one of those movies when I was a kid, when I was like 11, 12 years old. Because 81, right?
86, I think.
80, no, maybe I'm thinking of the next movie. we're gonna
Yeah,
talk
Quest
about.
for Fire was.
I'm thinking of the next movie we're gonna talk because
Okay.
it's a little dirty, but this is one of those movies. It's like, man, there's some bad shit happened to her. And
yeah.
so I was really
But,
curious
like,
how you were going to respond to it.
Dude, I had no idea what to expect. I'll tell you what, the freaking Amazon Prime poster for this movie was dope looking.
Oh, with her in her
With
war
the,
paint
the
shit.
war
Yeah.
paint, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be.
Kate has
freaking-
tried to get me to paint my face like that
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
this. And I was like, we have 2 other shows to
Yeah.
get through.
She's like, I gotta sit there for like 6
before
hours.
we do Caveman
Yeah,
Week.
no. So like I didn't know what to expect, but I thought the poster looked freaking dope, and I was like, okay, cool, freaking warrior lady, freaking cave bear thing. All right, let's do this. And then like the first scene just looked like an old 70s documentary,
Well,
and
so
it was I physically was like, oh no.
So here's the problem that I had with just the viewing of this movie. I watched it on Prime. I actually did a just watch thing,
Mhm.
and there's no HD version of this movie out there that I could find.
It's grainy.
It's all
Very
standard
grainy.
definition.
Yeah.
And none of my TVs are standard. None of them. So I had to watch this thing on my big screen TV, but in standard definition, and it was a little kind of fuzzy. It was a little
dates it.
off, right?
It dates it a lot.
And
Yeah.
this movie needs an
It's
update.
prehistoric.
but I don't want to watch a movie in standard definition on a high def TV. It doesn't work.
Right.
And they kind of took me out of it a
Yeah.
little bit.
I did.
But I was able to appreciate this movie. I like this movie. I did. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
It was.
And-
We'll do final thoughts now. That you said you like it, so go ahead. Do your
Oh,
final
you want-
thoughts.
and
and
it's
rating.
just this movie had me intrigued from the very beginning. I remember watching this movie a long time ago. I remember when I told you the story about how I found my mom's box of books down in the basement that one
I
time.
thought you were going to say something
and,
else.
and, and it had like sort of Shannara.
Okay.
And all these, like, my mom was like a closet like
Nerd?
fantasy nerd freak.
Nice.
And I didn't realize this.
I'm so glad we
And
live in
to-
a time now where she wouldn't have to hide that.
Yeah. And Clan of the Cave Bear was in there.
Oh, right on.
It really was. And I'm like, what is this shit? And I didn't read it. I picked up the Shannara book, which I loved back then. But, I remember vividly seeing that book. And I remember this movie, and I go, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie, and it was cool back then, and I enjoyed it now.
Okay.
I thought it was fun. I like cavemen. I like cave people movies. I like the fact that there was a narrator for this. It
Yeah.
definitely helped. But you know what? I still didn't have any problem with the characters in this movie. I knew what every character was supposed to do. I knew all their roles. I knew their names, and they were well-developed characters, and there was a story there, and I was fine with it. It was cave people. Cave dudes rape cave women. That's how they procreate. It's like, oh, I like you.
There wasn't a word for rape.
Yeah, it was just how they did shit. If you ever watch like monkeys, that's how they do it. It's like, I'm gonna take you for mine. And
Yeah,
that's how it is.
there was no societal freaking
No.
taboo.
In 10 years, there's going to be like therapy for monkeys.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Crab is totally getting canceled.
But
by the way.
I
So are we.
enjoyed this movie. I want to see these movies remade. I want to see all 6 books
Wow.
in a movie series. I'm sorry, I do. I'm not going to apologize, but I want to see this movie. I think people would enjoy this.
Star rating.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
I'm going to give this movie. I'm going to give it 3 stars.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to say 4.
No. You know, it's enjoyable. It's I would have no problem watching this movie again. I want to see it recut in HD. I want to watch it in high def.
Okay.
And I want to see it remade. I want some Hollywood director out there, some producer.
We know you're listening.
Some streaming person, somebody that can put this on Netflix or Prime or HBO Max, something. Buy the rights to this property, make it properly.
Probably cheap as hell.
Get it done. I want to see it. I do.
Okay.
So yeah, 3 stars. I enjoyed
solid.
it. Yeah, and
Okay.
you know, and I'm
Vader.
So, what?
I understand.
Okay, good. You know, you get on your knees and bow on my leg. And so, and don't fucking touch my spear, okay? Because I will
I'm
be
gonna touch
really
it.
pissed off.
I'm gonna touch your fucking
So,
spear.
yeah.
Women
So-
do
I'm
not
gonna
touch
throw it at some shit.
All right. So
Jude, final thoughts and give Clan of the Cave Bear a rating.
So a lot has been said today about like feminism and feminist, I guess, agenda.
Yeah.
And I hate that we live in a world where we have to separate things like that. And for me, good for you, man. For me, I don't see this like that. I just saw it as an interesting character that I could relate to because she was a woman.
yeah.
And I think that doesn't have to be compartmentalized into something that's feminist or not feminist. And if you're not a feminist, you can't like this. It really irritates me when we start talking in categories like that. So I'm choosing to not do that. This is a movie from 1986 that I remember from 1986. I'm concerned that my parents let me watch this. It's rated R. I was not old enough to watch this. But I remember it, and I like it. Yeah, it's a tough watch because it's not in English and it's all subtitles and it's a narrator, but I think it has a great story. And I really like all of the characters except Browd. Fuck him.
Proud asshole.
Yeah.
I would even like to talk more about like what Vader said, like I want to see the adventures of Ayla. I would even like to see the adventures of Dirk.
Yeah.
Like, her son who grew up as like half of this strong woman.
There's a franchise
who
here,
was
right?
left in this cave bear clan. And he's going to be the strongest member of that
Well, they
tribe.
said right in the thing, he goes on to become chief.
Yeah.
I want to see how he became chief.
I would love to see more. And I just think it's a really fun, I mean, as far as caveman movies go, this is really good for me.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Hey, Vader.
That's going to make Kadish mad.
No, give me that S. I gave you the hand signal. I gave you the hand signal. Provide the ass.
Turn around, ass in the air, bud.
So for me, this is a 3.5.
Wow.
What
the hell?
Nice.
Was not expecting that. God
Yes.
damn. Good for you.
And
Jude.
on that note, I really have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Kadish, how about you, buddy? Final thoughts, give it a rating.
I think you guys overestimate the market for caveman movies.
I think you're wrong. You were so
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm with Kadish on that one.
I think there's a reason why this movie made $1 million on an $18 million budget. It's not a good movie. That being said, it's not like a terrible film. It's just like it's incredibly boring.
Yeah.
And all the people in it are ugly because they're
I don't get where you say. I was not bored the entire time watching this movie. I wasn't, but I mean, I get it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Finish.
Well, I mean, to each their own.
Yeah.
I found this movie and all the Solomon Kane movies that you chose to be very boring.
Oh, Jesus.
And I mean, like nothing like this is a character piece. This is about Ayla's journey in a very kind of like patriarchal time period.
Yeah.
And the feminist overtones were just so in my face, like it was hard to ignore them. Because like I have a hard time believing that in any scenario in Neanderthal time period, this type of stuff would fly, like it was a very progressive movie for that time.
For sure.
But like I'd be interested in reading the books, but I don't think that these books are good adaptation materials for movies. I just don't think that they translate well. Overall, like, you know, the acting in the movie was good. But the lack of dialogue, I think, bothered me. Like it failed to engage me because of the lack of dialogue. So overall, like I just didn't find this movie to be my cup of tea. So I would give it two stars.
Besides Daryl Hannah, was there anybody in this movie that like went on to become big stars?
The chick from Kindergarten
Oh,
Cop.
James Remar.
James Remar? I don't know his name.
He's Dexter's dad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't watch Dexter, so that doesn't mean a lot to me. I'm just curious.
Well, he's in a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, like you'd recognize him.
Or was there any famous people that were like famous before they made this movie that played a caveman?
No.
I mean, is like playing a caveman like a taboo thing in Hollywood now?
Well, I mean, it's kind of. I mean,
you had all those Geico commercials.
I imagine it would be kind of demeaning, right? If you're like a big time actor and you're like, here, put this loincloth on and grunt on your knees.
Why would that be any different than like being in like a Spartan movie or something?
Well, Spartans. I mean, that's freaking. You're a warrior.
You know, I don't know.
Curtis Armstrong, who was in Better Off Dead, who snorted a whole mountain, was in this.
He's in that movie?
Uh-huh.
What? Who is he?
Goov.
So that reminds one of my favorite parts of this movie is not in the movie.
It's the credits.
It's the credits.
Yeah.
The first like 30 seconds of the credits when the credits are rolling and you just see the tribe going up and on the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it says Gorg, Grog, Barg.
It's better in Quest for Fire than it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
Nicole Eggert was young Ayla.
What? That's hilarious.
From Charles in Charge.
And you know,
She's
Baywatch.
a hot blonde girl.
Baywatch. Oh man.
And Crazy.
This is all before my time. Jude, that little snippet of nerdom right there. Better Off Dead, who also is the principal from New Girl.
Yeah.
Him as an actor being in this movie, that's freaking incredible. So I'll give it an extra quarter star
I
for that.
need more caveman movies. What did you think,
It's
Alex?
the equivalent of one boob from Vader.
Yeah. He's worth one boob.
I love our rating system.
my God.
He was also in
star.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
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 He's a
He was
He
Booger. He was
he's a
Booger,
big
yeah.
presence. That's what I'm saying. Like
Booger was
nerd
in this
cred.
movie? Wait, Booger was in this?
That's the dude. Yeah. From Better Off Dead.
Who was he in this movie?
This is a whole mountain of snow.
He was what? Crab.
Goov.
Goof.
Goov.
Goov. You know Goov.
Booger was Goov?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. I am calling my boogers from now on Goovs.
That's awesome.
Oh shit.
I give the. Okay. So
Give me a tissue. I got some Goovs.
Booger was Goov. That's hilarious.
Okay, so for me, I'm sorry. You're gonna be mad at me. for
Sorry,
saying
not
this.
sorry?
No, I'm not sorry. This was a freaking chore. This was like watching this movie was like chewing a piece of leather, dude.
Oh my
like,
God.
I had a hard time.
Oh, like you've never had beef jerky before.
I like jerky.
Doesn't make
Mammoth.
it any less of a chore.
Mammoth jerky.
So you're saying it was tasty?
It was very tasty, but it was a lot of work to get through this movie. It was a lot of work.
Really?
Like the no dialogue killed me, dude.
Oh,
I was
no
like,
way.
Jesus Christ, man. When it comes to these,
Listen, that just means you have to pay attention.
when it comes to these cavemen movies, I can suspend my disbelief and say, okay, the actors in this movie are speaking English for the audience's benefit. But in my head, to each other, they're grunting and using sign language.
Ooga booga.
Yeah, ooga booga. Fire. But for my benefit, so that I can enjoy the movie, they're speaking English. It's kind of like this 10,000 BC thing. I was totally fine with that because I could understand what was happening. It allowed me to kind of get sucked into the story a little bit more.
I was upset that they weren't French.
Yeah, that's a reference nobody's gonna get. So I don't know. For me, this was a chore to watch. And I do want to bring something up because I think it would be remiss not to. If this
Getting
movie,
crazy with that pointer.
you don't understand.
First of all,
First of all, this is my drunk voice. I've had a lot of whiskey and beer.
We are fireballing it up.
Woo!
Fire.
Fire good.
Can you see how much is left in this thing?
It's not a lot.
opened that an hour ago.
This was full. Just a few minutes ago.
Okay. I will say, if this movie came out in 2021, there would be about 50 million YouTubers complaining about its wokeness.
Don't care.
I understand you don't care. I'm just saying.
I'll
That
fight
is-
them all.
It's not a woke movie.
I feel like that has to be addressed. I do agree with you. It's not woke because not every man is a bad guy in this movie.
Yeah,
There's
Krebs awesome.
there's male characters who do support her and who are good characters. So it's not like bad.
Listen, man,
woke.
To be
When-
honest,
when-
there's
when-
only one male character that is the worst.
Broud. Broud's
Yeah,
an asshole.
Broud.
Yeah,
And
he's an
everyone
asshole.
else is just regular.
Yeah,
Everything else in this movie
or they're enablers.
Is it like directly correlates with my headcanon about how Neanderthals lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. I don't know. I don't.
so ugly.
You know, it could be absolutely completely inaccurate, but you know, we'll never know because we did not live 10,000 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Blah.
Anyway, so what I didn't like, it was a chore to get through because of the lack of dialogue, and I think they stretched out scenes way too long. Like, I love her like learning how to use the slingshot.
Mhm.
Dope scene, way too freaking long. Like, montage that shit up. It's the
I-
80s, bro.
I
it is the
totally get
80s. Make a montage.
Give us some. Give us some music.
Yeah.
Yet.
No,
You're
montage.
the
The
best.
montage hasn't been invented until
You're the best.
until 1000 BC.
Around. No one's ever gonna
Dude,
keep you
give me
down.
freaking Eye of the Tiger while she's learning how to use the slingshot. 100%. Listen, so it was
Okay, wait. I just had a thought. What if this whole movie, you just put in a soundtrack from
the 80s?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
That's an
it's
extra
a
star.
4-star movie.
That's
It's
an
a
extra
4-star
star.
movie.
Yes.
It's like the Heavy Metal and Call the Conqueror.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so several scenes were a chore to get through, basically just because of the way the movie was edited together. I felt like things were way too long. Character development was great. You know, Ayla, that's a cool character.
It's like, listen, man.
Ayla.
There is not a lot of movies that I am going to watch where that I don't understand a word that they're saying that I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I'm surprised you like it as much as you do.
I really like this
It's
movie.
weird. It's really weird. But anyway, it's a chore to get through, but there's things that I do like. There's things that I don't like. It's kind of a mixed bag for me. I can see potential there if it was like modernized a little bit for my freaking millennial brain and be like, hey, we need things to happen a little faster. I'd be okay with that. I need English. I need quicker editing, and I need a faster paced story.
Okay.
But overall, the story's fine. I like Ayla. She's cool. Her struggle is cool. Broud's an asshole. Cool. All good. The live action animals, I give them huge credit for that. Having
Sure.
It's a
having
4-star.
No, having a live action tiger or lion and also having a live action bear on set
Lions, tigers,
interacting,
and bears.
dude, points for that. So I give it a solid 2.5.
Okay.
You fuck.
Listen, I'm happy with
2.5
from you.
2.5.
Alex, you.
Yeah. Bend over. Okay, good.
Let me show my ass in the camera.
All right, good. I'm really happy that you gave it a
2.5. I give it a lot of credit. I mean, I'm being real generous
Yeah,
here.
you know what? You're real loosey
Are you,
goosey
so
with your
this is-
1-star crap
are you
fests.
telling me that if like if Netflix came out with the Planet of the Cave Bear series, you wouldn't watch it?
If it's modernized a little bit, then
Right.
yeah,
That's all I
100%,
want. I
yeah.
want a modernized,
Because I'll tell you-
modern retelling of this
with
movie.
a kick-ass
and,
soundtrack?
and I want Zendaya to play Ayla.
Of course you do.
I was gonna save this for the last movie, but
What if Dina Meyer plays Issa?
Oh shit, dude, I'm in.
yes,
Yes, that is so perfect.
boobs and all.
Dina
No.
Meyer and Zendaya.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
Oh, Dina Meyer could be like the mom
She's-
in this
yeah,
movie.
she's Issa.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
Zendaya is the young chick.
Yes.
She's gotta be blonde though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
Well,
okay.
dye her hair blue,
Ooh,
whatever.
no,
it's
she
fine.
needs to be redheaded.
Yeah,
Make
she's
it
a ginger.
Real weird.
She's a ginger for sure.
Oh, redhead's so ugly.
Make it happen, Netflix. At Netflix, make it happen. Fuck.
Ah, God damn
No,
it.
because they're only gonna give you 3 seasons and then you're gonna lose
No,
your
that
shit.
might be pissed.
No, this is an Apple TV Prestige.
Yes.
Oh,
for
there you
sure.
go. Yeah.
Jonathan Tropper, we need Clan of the Cave.
Dude, Jason
Jonathan
Momoa is the clan
Tropper.
leader.
Yeah.
No, we want Jason Momoa.
He's not Broud. He's the other dude.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah.
good guy.
Is
Crab?
Sure.
He'd be good crab.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have Jason Momoa's crab. Sure. Hell yeah, dude.
Let's do it.
No, he's
Let's
the
do-
bear.
Yeah.
He would be the bear.
I'm really
wouldn't he?
I'm really drunk.
He would
right
be
now.
the dude that has the bear costume on in this
That's
movie.
Crab.
Yeah.
Listen, I need to read the rest.
Alex doesn't know who anyone in this movie is.
Dude, names are gone.
I need to read
You're
these books
so
because
pretty.
You're so pretty.
Okay, shut up. What did I say? 2.5?
Two and a
You're
half.
really
Okay,
ugly
2.5
when
stars.
you shave off that beard, though.
Damn, I look like a shaved mole rat.
Head
like-
babyface.
You look like you're like 8 years old.
To blame my job. Stupid freaking job.
Someday you'll be able to grow a real beard. Like
I know. I'm saltynerdclub.com. Join the Patreon and support the podcast so I can grow a real beard. Also,
right.
Dragon Champions.
Oh, that was smooth.
Wow.
Smooth. You know what? Since you've already
going.
given your score
Keep going.
and you're doing a Dragon Champions plug, I'm going to go pee.
Okay, Dragon Champions.
I'll be right
Guys,
back.
we have a fantastic mobile game that's helped support the podcast.
You
Go
guys,
to
Vader's wearing jeans today.
He
It's
is.
fucking weird.
saltynerd.com. Oh my God, did you get that on camera? Oh, this is so goofy. saltynerd.com/DC. Join the Dragon Champions
Dragon
mobile app.
Clan?
Yeah, Dragon Clan.
That's another really good biker gang name.
Maybe we should start our own thing. Anyway, help support the podcast. Download that app. Use the Salty for the promo code. You get some extra stuff in return. We love the app. Kadish plays it all the time. He's been playing for like 2 years now.
Yeah, I love that every time Vader talks about Dragon Champions, Kate is just like, I've been playing it for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm at 84 level.
I've been playing it since launch.
There you go.
There he goes.
But if you use Salty in the promo code area, basically you get like a nice little beginner's package. And if you go to saltynerd.com/DC, it's a free to play game. So like you don't have to pay anything to download it or install it or play it. It's all microtransaction based. So it's a lot of fun. And it's kind of like World of Warcraft. It's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it helps support the podcast. Really, we love those guys over there. They're super supportive of us as the Salty Nerd podcast, and we want to return the favor. So, all right, guys. Next on our list is
Quest
for
Fire.
Oh, Quest for Fire. Stay tuned.
Fire!
We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about that fantastic movie. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you want to support the podcast and join a fantastic community, go to Salty Nerd Club. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can go to Salty Nerd Club if you want, but go to saltynerddiscord.com. We have a free public Discord chat room for all of the different movies and podcast stuff that we do. So head over there, saltynerddiscord.com. Last movie on our list today, The Quest for Fire. Learn how missionary became a thing in this fantastic Ron Pearlman movie.
Oh, my God.
Jude,
You keep ruining my synopsis.
take it away.
1981, Quest for Fire. Rated R with a runtime of 1 hour, 40 minutes.
This was a brilliant piece of film.
Dude.
This had a budget of $12.5 million. What do you think this brought into the box office?
58 million. It's glorious.
Vader?
$200 million.
Alex, I feel like you're a savant. $55 million.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
It
dude.
made money.
Because
Yeah.
My numbers said around 21 million.
I will fucking
Is that like-
stab you in your sleep tonight
Is that like
if you correct me.
rental?
That's 1981 money.
Like home video money?
Like $50 million in 1981 was like a huge hit.
It's Academy Award winning.
It
You
won
have
it
to
For
correct-
makeup,
Do you have to correct me every single time?
Jude.
Can you not just let the show be made?
All right. What's the movie all about?
In this Academy Award winning cinematic aneurysm,
Academy Award-winning movie.
a prehistoric tribe of Cro-Magnon people search for fire, bone other prehistoric people, and speak only in unintelligible gibberish. After Neho entertains the ladies of the mud paint tribe for an entire evening, their leader says thank you by teaching him how to make fire. And then his girlfriend teaches him how to bang missionary style. And then they have a baby. The end.
That was badass. I love this movie, dude. I love this movie.
Seriously. So usually I try to Kadish will kind of explain the plot a little bit more and kind of like detail it. There is no plot to this movie.
Yes,
Nailed
there
it.
is. There's a plot.
It's literally
they lose fire. They have to go find fire
and bring it home.
They have some adventures and they bring it home.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
First of
That's the
all,
movie.
you guys.
So, like, listen, I want to point out really quick that the order of that we watch these movies today were like from least primitive to most primitive. Right? These
That is a
people
fact.
in this third movie are straight up fucking monkeys.
Yes.
Okay, it is ridiculous.
I want to. Okay, I don't want. I have to talk
Tribe
about.
orangutan.
I have to talk about Ron Perlman.
Oh, he's brilliant.
He's
absolutely.
So this was his
brilliant.
first movie.
Yes,
And I don't think he had any makeup.
He chews the shit out of this movie,
he's so
dude.
Dare
good.
you.
He's so good.
Even when he is not the main character on the frame, like there's a main character is a different person. Ron Perlman's like a side character in this movie.
Yeah. He's the sidekick.
But
Ron
even
Perlman has always been a badass.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
think I want to fuck him.
He plays Ammo Car.
Oh man.
anyway, even when he's not like the focal point of the frame and he's just like a background character, the dude is acting.
Oh yes.
He is a freaking caveman from start to finish in this movie, and he never lets it up. I respect the shit out of him for
I
that.
think that's the most emotion I've ever seen out of you.
I know.
He freaking acts
like,
his ass
listen,
off.
man. Ron Perlman is a fucking star.
Dude, he
such a
kills
beast.
it in this
Oh,
movie.
Yeah.
He's like sitting over there freaking banging sticks and chewing on grass. And I'm just like, I don't think that's fake. That's real. He's
So
like,
good.
This entire movie was filmed in the backyard of his house.
Oh man.
He was just like, yeah, come on over. I'm just going to climb a tree and just film around
we'll
me.
put the hose in the wall and we'll make some mud pits and we'll have some
Yeah.
good, we'll have a good time. It's all good.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys, they on this quest for fire. So it starts off with these cave people are living peacefully in a cave and they have a fire going. And the narration explains in the beginning of the movie that fire is like the thing.
It is the thing.
It's the thing that
It's the thing-
separates you
yeah.
from
Power.
the other people. Like you are the
Yeah.
powerful ones. if you
Fire
have
gives
fire.
you food. It gives you
This
the ability to cook your food.
fireball.
Fire good.
This other clan of like pre-human existence people, like they're like Bigfoot people,
Yeah.
right? They're all hairy and they're like
They're
they look-
still monkeys. Basically.
yeah, they still look
I
like
mean,
monkeys,
they're like a couple thousand years before Ayla's tribe.
right?
Yeah,
they,
so-
they come in and they attack Ron Perlman's
I think they
clan.
said 80,000. The
80,000 years
Earth
before.
is 80,000 years, whereas Quest for or
Cave people
Cave
was-
people, Clan of the Cave Bear was like 10,000 years.
Sure.
So whatever. It's the scientific community completely like shit on this movie.
I'm
So
sure
it's-
they did.
It's a
I
bunch
don't
of
really
bullshit.
hold to that math. But
and it's
continue.
fine. It's a movie, all right. So it's fine.
So these monkey people, basically, like real monkey people, come in and like decimate Ron Perlman's clan and kill them and steal their fire.
Yes,
So from this
Well,
point,
they don't get to steal their fire.
they snuck.
they didn't steal their fire. They just fucked them up and killed a bunch of them.
Well,
and then when they escaped the cave, they went to the swamp for
let
some
them tell
reason.
it.
for whatever reason, they go. The only caveman with male pattern
Yeah,
baldness.
the bald guy.
The
fucked
bald
everything
dude
up.
fucked everything up.
So there's like a fire keeper, and they have like these little embers of fire that they keep in
Yeah.
a cage,
Right.
So that they always keep it stoked so like they can create more fire. And the guy who's in charge of it, the fire keeper,
bald
falls
guy.
into the marsh, and the embers go out, and
Yeah.
so like their clan now no longer has the ability to make fire.
So it is up
Yeah,
to
because they don't know how to make fire, but they know how to use it.
yeah. It's up to Ron Perlman and the two other characters that I don't even ask me
So
what the names are.
the main character is played by Everett McGill, who was in Twin Peaks. If there are any Twin Peaks fans out there, he plays Noah, who's the main character.
It's now.
Or now, yeah. And then there's a third guy who I don't know who he is. I think according to the credits, his name is Gaw. So Noah, Amaker, and Gaw are like are the three warriors from the tribe who must go out and quest for fire.
So they go and it's they basically run into a bunch of rival clans on the way for their quest for fire.
Mud paint people.
The cannibals, there's mud people,
There's like different tribes on the evolutionary scale.
Yeah.
Of whatever.
Just want to reiterate that there's not a single word spoken
not
in this
a
whole movie.
single line of dialogue.
and it's absolutely amazing.
It's actually like watching a silent film in a weird way.
yeah, it is. It's
I
all
like
grunts.
silent films are
I know-
better.
listen, you guys are giving me shit all week long about how there was no like words in this movie,
Yeah.
but every one of us knew what was going on in this movie.
Did we though?
We did.
Did we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I had to explain it to Jude.
I know,
It
I
was
think he's
not that
right.
complicated.
I was never confused by the plot because the plot was like one thing.
That
I knew what was going on through this movie.
As soon as he said that, I got like a searing pain inside my lady brain.
Yes.
That was like, no, you didn't. I was like, shut the fuck up.
So they go on this quest for fire and they run into a bunch of hijinks, rival clans, monkey people, cannibals, and eventually they get to the point where somebody teaches them how to create fire. And it's a game changer. They rub the stick together.
How to create missionary style.
And that's my favorite part of this goddamn movie.
Well, hold on. Before we get there, I want to point out two scenes.
Okay, please.
So the first scene is where they come across the cannibal tribe. And the cannibal tribe knows how to create fire.
Yes.
So like they'll light these fires, they'll let them go out, the smoke goes up, and the warriors start following the smoke trail until they catch up with them. And I believe it was the Wagaboo tribe, which is the cannibals.
Your guess is as good as mine.
And they caught 2 women from this Ulam tribe, which is like the mud people.
The mud people, yeah.
And they've carved up one of them, and they're like, eating their body parts and stuff like that when the 3 warriors come across them.
Barbecue.
And yeah, barbecue. And so like Ron Pearlman and Gaw kind of distract. Yeah, they kind of distract the cannibals so that they leave their fire unattended, and that gives Everett McGill the ability to go up to the fire and steal it. However, there's like one dude left behind, and I believe like the entire Wagaboo tribe was played by wrestlers, so like they're big,
amazing,
hulky guys. And so like this guy sees him trying to steal their fire, and he's like, "Dude, what's up?" That's one of the things about this movie is because there's no dialogue in my head. I was just writing dialogue for them. And they're all like, dude, bro. So he goes up to Everett McGill and he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And Everett McGill's like, I'm stealing your fire, bro. And they have a fight. And as they're fighting, the cannibal guy bites Everett McGill on the dick.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, he does.
And Everett McGill is just like, ow, that fucking hurts.
Yeah.
And then he kills the guy who bit him on the dick. And so like he's nursing his wounded dick as he's stealing the fire. And the one surviving chick who they were going to eat escapes. And she's like, that guy who got bit on the dick just saved me. And so she starts following him where he meets up with his buddies. And they're all happy that he got the fire. And he's like, yeah, dude, but this guy bit my dick and it really hurts. And so the girl takes a bunch of mud and starts putting it on his dick to make it feel better. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for helping my dick.
None of this happened. None of this happened.
No, it did happen. It's in the movie.
It is. It's in the movie. It's the best thing ever. And he's like,
I need you to subtitle this shit.
No, when that happened, you asked me what just happened. I'm like, I think he bit him on the dick.
Yeah, this is all in your brain.
no, it's in the wiki. I read the Wikipedia.
Okay,
it says in the Wikipedia, he got bit on his dick.
No dialogue to represent him saying, hey, he got bit on the dick. I'm gonna make it feel better. Oh, thank you so much for making my dick feel better. The whole scene that Kadish just described did not happen.
No, she goes up to him with a big fistful of mud.
Yeah.
And then she gets underneath his loincloth and he's like, feels good.
Gives him a handy with the mud.
Here's what actually happened. Oh, ah. Ooh, ah, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You're both correct.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard Kadish say.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wait till I get to the next scene.
Oh man,
I want to talk about. All right, so that's
I'll translate it caveman style.
Yeah, so that's the first scene where they actually got the fire and he got bit on the dick. Okay, so the next scene, okay, the girl who's hanging out with them, her name's Ika, according to the credits. Raydon Chong.
Yes. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, the girl from Commando.
Soul Man.
And Soul Man.
Red Dawn.
Oh, Commando.
Full frontal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
But with body paint.
Yeah.
So this is a movie by Jean-Jacques Annaud, who's a French director who directed one of my all-time favorite movies called In the Name of the Rose, starring Sean Connery and Christian Slater. And he cast Raydon Chong because she was just comfortable being naked the whole time. So in this movie, there's a scene where they're all like hanging out around the fire at night. And Raydon Chong is sitting there kind of like trying to get comfortable and go to sleep. And she's just wafting, like she's just opening up her crotch and like rubbing herself. And Ron Pearlman's sitting like nearby and he's just like eating bugs. And he starts smelling her pussy wind.
Pheromones.
As she's wafting her pussy wind towards him, he starts smelling. He's like, interesting. And she's literally like moving her leg like she's like fanning it towards him. And so Ron Pearlman is like, you know what? I'm gonna get on some of this. And so he goes over to her and she's
Caveman
like,
style.
Caveman style. And she's like, hey, I didn't mean for you to like want to fuck my pussy. I just wanted you to smell it. And he's like, no, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you now. And so like she runs away and she goes to Everett McGill's character, the guy who got bit on the dick. And she's like, hey, your buddy's trying to fuck me. I don't want this. And so Noah's like, dude, that's not cool, Ron Pearlman. Don't fuck this girl because she doesn't want it. And Ron Pearlman's like, dude, sorry, I'll be over here. And then immediately, once Ron Pearlman goes away and fucks off, Everett McGill starts raping the girl. He literally like, turns around. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm gonna rape you with my bit dick." And it just like goes right at her. And she's like, "Dude, I thought you were cool." And he's like, "No, man,
Not cool."
He was like, listen, you're getting raped. You can just choose who does it.
But then she comes back for more later. And she's like, no, that wasn't that
But
bad.
Ron Pearlman's watching him rape her. And he's like, "Dude, what the fuck? Like, you can rape her and I can't."
Oh, it's fine for you.
I wanted to do that. My sides hurt.
And then the rest of the movie, like Ron Pearlman and the other guy are hanging out. And it's like when you have that buddy who's dating the girl that you don't like, and she totally ruins him and the group dynamic. Like they just look so annoyed at Noah's girlfriend the entire time.
Do you guys remember when I tried to make this podcast PG?
Yeah, no, that never would work for us. Never in a million years.
I don't even know if I can put this on YouTube.
She's like, hold on a minute.
Well, we're after the 60-second rule, so we're okay. What the fuck are you doing? Dude, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's where she teaches him this new technology called
dude.
missionary.
Oh, God.
The realization of missionary position in this freaking movie is glorious.
But
That's how they learned it.
That's how they learned.
no, wait. Before that happens, though, we got to talk about this. So Noah gets caught in quicksand.
Yes.
Oh, God.
And
Now.
and the Ulan tribe finds him and rescues him. And this is the tribe of like the girl that he raped, the mud girl.
Yeah, the mud people.
paint people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Twitch streamer people.
And so like one of the things about the Ulam tribe is they like big women.
Yeah, they like them thick.
Yeah, they like them thick and voluptuous. and so like they have all these like big women in their tribe.
That's right.
And they convince Noah
No.
to fuck all of them. And so you just have this cavalcade of like really big women coming in, getting doggy style.
They getting in line.
And the entire tribe gets around and is like, "Hey Noah, fuck that girl, fuck her." And he's like, "Okay." And so he starts fucking all these big women, and the entire tribe's like cheering him on.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
great.
in a weird little circle jerk. And then they're like, "Okay, because you fucked all of our women, we're gonna teach you how to make fire."
You won. You passed the test
Good for him, man.
of the night-long fuck line.
Good for him. Good for him. I was proud of that boy. He did a good job. Oh my God. Crazy ass movie, right?
And one of the reasons why Raydon Chong's character was like, kicked out of the tribe and like nobody cared about her was because she was too skinny.
Too small.
Yeah. She wasn't voluptuous enough for the Ulam tribe.
Yeah. They like the girls a little bigger.
They like big butts and they can't.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm honestly speechless. I don't even know what to say about this movie.
Listen,
anymore.
when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung.
Oh my God. This
She
movie,
likes them long and
this
strong.
movie is ridiculous.
But
Why
don't you talk about the missionary scene?
they got to get.
It was my favorite scene in the entire movie.
You don't let me finish.
I'm sorry, go
So
ahead.
they like them long and strong. They got to get their friction on. So
So fellas,
Yeah.
baby got back. Yeah.
How many people have we lost on Twitter Spaces?
Oh, we're down to like 6.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
Oh my god.
Those people put us on mute.
It's
and
our
walked away.
patrons. It's our patrons. They're cool.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
good.
sure it is. Yeah, the only people who pay for this kind of content would be listening at this point.
You motherfuckers can't deny.
When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waisted round thing in your face, you get sprung.
And the best part about that scene is you just have these like big women just on all fours in the background, just waiting,
Okay, yeah,
waiting
so
for Noah.
Definitely the soundtrack changed for this movie too.
Yes. I like this movie even better now.
I do too.
I'm changing my.
I was gonna give it a 1 star.
I'm changing my rating.
It's going up.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh god, no! The missionary position freaking cracked me up because she's like, they're like, and then,
This
like,
is much better.
yeah, and then she's like, no. She does like a full like Khal Drogo and
Yes.
Amelia
It's
Clark
Khaleesi.
scene.
It starts off with doggy style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no.
Caveman style.
That's
whatever.
that's not how this goes, bro. Like Khal Drogo.
Want to look upon your face.
Yeah, let me show you Khaleesi style.
But I
And
don't
she
want to do the
flips over.
work, so like you stay on top.
Yeah, of course. And and that's just he was just like he was so confused.
Yeah,
and then
he's like, "What is this?"
Yeah, what is this black magic sex position?
And then he gets like super into it.
And then he gets super
and
into
Ron
it.
Perlman and the other guy are just sitting back there like, "What the fuck is going
They're
on?"
like eating popcorn. Like, are you watching?
Yeah,
They're
like
taking notes.
picking stuff out of each other's hair, being like,
This
"Dude,
is
do you see what's
fucking
happening over there?"
wild.
Excuse me, my goodness. All right.
They are. They're literally back there taking notes, like picking bugs out of each other's hairs. Like, dude, check this guy's out.
Did you guys see the part in the beginning of the movie where I don't remember who it was? Maybe it might have been Ron Perlman, where he's like chewing the bug
the twins?
out of his buddy's like chin.
They were
Yes.
twins, weren't they?
I'm like,
weren't
what
they
the
like
fuck is going
brothers?
on?
And there was that Riverside.
Boner.
Rape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Riverside
Can you
rape.
imagine filming that scene? It's like, okay, now Alex, I need you to like really get into his chin and chew the bugs
out of his beard.
Out of his beard. Like, can you do that for me? And
Let's do it right now.
And then that scene that you're talking about, there was like 3 or 4 women of the clan just like drinking water out of the river, and this one like random horny dude just runs up and starts banging the.
And
Faces down, asses up. That's the way.
and the two who aren't getting raped are just like going about like,
Yeah, they're just like,
they're like, whatever.
That's totally fine.
That sounds weird.
It's just the way it goes.
This river
I
water.
cannot believe this movie got made.
Oh, it's so good.
It won an Academy Award.
Oh, what about the bear mauling scene?
That was great.
Or like they go into a cave and a bear just shows up and like mauls one of like the nameless guy who's not Ron Perlman or Everett McGill.
Yeah, not Ron Perlman.
And then like they
Not now.
they get him away from the bear and he's all like fucked up. He's like that for the rest of the movie.
And then when they at the end of the movie, he gets back with his mate or whatever, and she's like licking his wounds. I'm like, what is going on?
I love the freaking cannibal scene because that I was not expecting that at all.
Like the
it was
fire.
With the fire, they get there and there's like the ashes of the fire or whatever, and they're like sitting there like chewing on the meat, and they're like, oh look, they left food behind.
Those idiots. They left
And then
all
they
this
look
meat
over and they
behind.
realize there's like skulls and
Yeah.
stuff inside the dust, and they're like, "Oh, this is human meat." And
no.
Ron Perlman spits it out. And
He's like,
"Bleh." But later on, I don't know if they got an actress that only had one arm or something, but there was some lady tied up to a tree,
I
and
thought
she
that was
just.
a guy.
I thought it was.
Wasn't that a
I thought it
guy?
was a chick.
doesn't matter.
Maybe
It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's the mud people, the painted mud
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
and they're like literally eating them while they're still alive.
Yeah, they're
there.
cutting off parts, keeping them alive.
Did not expect that from this movie.
Well, the funniest part about this entire movie, okay,
have we not covered that yet?
no, we haven't, because they go through this huge, long, epic journey to get fire back to their village, and they give it to the firekeeper, and he immediately runs into the water and
snuffs
extinguishes
it
the
out.
fire by tripping.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just
That-
like, oops, and everyone's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like, do you know what he went through to get there?
Goddamn bald guy.
Like literally like 5 seconds after they get back, he like puts the fire out by
For
accident.
whatever reason,
And
they're
he's
just
the firekeeper. He's the guy whose job it is to keep it lit.
It's like, why would I know why they're still in the swamp?
that's exactly
Why
they
are they
like
still in the swamp?
they're
Get
in a
out of the
cave.
swamp.
They're safe in a dry cave, and they have this fire. And then, like, when they get run out by the Neanderthal freaking Bigfoot people, they go to a swamp.
I know.
And they're just like, well, I guess we're stuck here until we have fire. I'm like, no, go literally anywhere else. And then when they
Listen.
get back, they have to trudge through the swamp, snuff the fire out, and then they're like, oh shit. It was ridiculous.
No pun intended, but that guy's fired. You're welcome.
Yes.
The male pattern baldness.
And it had to be the bald guy.
The bald dude is the one who snuffed the fire. God.
Ridiculous.
So I think it's important to point out that this is based on a book, and it's like kind of like it's another big best-selling book out there. And I'd be interested to see the differences between the movie, because this movie was all practical. There were like all the effects and fighting and stuff like that was all done in camera. There were no special effects in this movie.
Can you imagine the behind the scenes documentary of this movie? I bet it would be amazing. I don't even know if such a thing even exists.
Probably not.
But man,
I just really want to chew bugs out of your beard.
I know, right?
Because I love you.
I mean, there was no TV back then, so like you had to entertain yourself somehow.
Like, they got in there. They were
They
like,
really did.
Yeah. Oh no, they were chewing on the dude's chin straight up.
yeah,
Like-
for a while.
Yeah.
It took like a full minute for him to get whatever that was in the beard out. And then I think he ate it.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Definitely did. There was a scene where Ron Pearlman ate a moth too at some point in time, I think, right?
So there's a great
It's France.
scene. There's a great scene where they're all like kind of like napping during the day,
Yeah.
and a rock falls on Ron Perlman's head, and Rae Dawn Chong just fucking loses it. She just starts cracking up like it's the funniest thing she's ever seen, and all the other guys are just like, "What the fuck's so funny, bitch?" And then later on, at the end of the movie, Ron Perlman drops a rock on the head of the guy who got mauled by the bear. And it hits him so hard that his head starts bleeding, and everyone starts cracking up.
They're like, you know what? That is funny.
Yeah, it was callback humor. It's like, oh, I didn't get it back then, but now that shit's fucking hilarious. It was the invention of comedy.
And missionary
And
style.
missionary.
This film brought so much learning and wisdom into the new century.
You know
New
what's,
era.
you know what's funny about this movie is that I think it was actually pretty well received.
It was.
You know,
It won an Academy Award.
It won some awards.
For makeup.
Well, just for stuff. I don't. But I do know that Siskel and Ebert.
They don't
They
matter.
like this
They
movie.
They do
both-
not matter.
They don't matter, and I really don't give a shit what they have to say. But I found it amusing while looking at stuff about this movie that they both like gave this movie like 3.5 stars.
Wow.
It was really amusing.
They're like
to
the
me.
original freaking
Yes,
YouTube movie
for
reviewers.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They're the
They're
Godfathers.
the Jeremy Johns.
Yeah.
So
They're the what are the Muppets? Something in Waldorf.
and I think this movie is actually like really like well rated, like on like Rotten
Overall,
Tomatoes and stuff. You
yeah.
know, like I think it's sitting like 82 or something like that. I'm not exactly 100%
Listen,
sure.
I don't think it holds up that well, and I
But-
don't recommend you go see it.
I do. I think people should watch this movie. It's a good fucking movie.
No, it's not.
No,
It is.
it's
a good movie. You guys are wrong.
It's
Okay?
crazy.
You're wrong.
I
It's
cannot
just-
believe that
it's
this
fun.
movie got made, and watching it, I
Why?
was like, because, dude, everything that we just talked about for the past 45 minutes,
was hilarious.
it's
and you
unintentionally hilarious.
It was not marketed as a comedy.
but we still enjoyed it.
No, we
you
didn't.
guys, I have not listened to you guys for the last 30 minutes.
I had to
thinking
drink
that
an
you guys are gonna
entire
give us a
bottle of
shitty movie.
Fireball
Yeah.
we did.
bro.
We split this 3 ways.
as though it were 2010.
You know, it's okay. I love this movie. I had a great time with this movie.
Final thoughts, give it a rating.
You want me to give this final thoughts? Or
Yeah.
I guess we're about there. What did I give the last movie?
2.5.
2.5. Did I give 3 for?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go 3.5.
God,
you are a
what
fucking
in the
asshole.
hell?
3.5 star. I love this movie. It's fun. I enjoyed this movie. I was encapsulated by the amazingness of this movie. I was just absolutely. I'm sorry. I had a good time. It was fun.
You're insane.
And no, I'm not insane.
Okay.
Watch this movie, people. It will draw you in. You will care about these characters. You will.
I don't
None
even
of
know
this
what
is
their
true.
name. I don't know
None
what
of
their
this is
names
doesn't
are.
matter. It doesn't matter.
How?
It's Ron
It's
Perlman.
not
does-
even a word
Yeah,
uttered
no,
in
you're
this.
wrong.
Yeah,
It's just in
you
the
don't
credits.
know the names of anyone in this movie.
It doesn't matter.
Or
That's
their
how good this
tribes.
movie is. You don't have to know their names because they're cave people. Okay, they're looking for fire, and we get engrossed in their quest
sex
for
lives.
fire.
We're getting engrossed in their sex lives.
It's it, and we
God,
it's
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. Fuck you. I don't care if you don't like my rating or not. All right, I that's what I'm giving it, and my score will correlate with the rest of the world's score about this movie as well.
Whatever, bro. Jude.
So, yes.
Wow.
Final thoughts. Give it a rating.
I need a minute.
It's okay. I don't care. Take as long as you want.
3.5. Fuck.
3.5 stars.
I hate this movie so
That's
much.
so good. It's the best movie
And
ever.
yet, while he was speaking, I felt as though parts of my head and brain were melting off during his synopsis of this and rating. This is a 1-star crap fest.
No, it is not. It
It's-
is not a 1-star crap fest.
Horrible and absurd. And I was going to rate it a 2.
No, whatever.
But after that,
Whatever.
bullshit,
You're
it's
wrong.
1-star crap fest.
You don't belong on this side of the table right
This is
now.
a mockery
Oh
of
God,
cinema.
no way.
And those of you
Won
who
awards.
those of you who nominated it for
Academy
an award
Awards.
and then voted for it, I'm fucking coming for you.
Academy Awards.
Ooh, ah, ah, ooh,
It's
ooh,
not
ooh,
1
ooh,
star.
ah, 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 ah.
Wrong.
MattVader
Fire.
or Matt Cadish. Final thoughts. Give it a rating.
So up to the point where Ray Don John was doing her pussy wafting of fumes towards Ron Pearlman, I was on the fence about whether or not I liked this movie. But the pussy fumes definitely
Hey, man,
Got to you.
they got to me.
those pheromones are strong, sir.
And I never knew how to do missionary until watching this movie. I didn't know that was a thing. There are so many amazing parts of this movie that while you're watching it are so painful. But when you talk about it afterwards, you're like, hey,
Pretty good.
that was pretty funny. It's like one of those things where like you went through something very traumatic, and then when you're telling your friends about it at the bar, it sounds a lot more interesting than it was when you lived through it. That's this movie. This movie is awful. It's terrible.
You're wrong.
It's a waste of time. I would not recommend this to anyone. I can't give it a 1-star crap fest, but I would give it solid 2 stars.
Okay, I'll accept that.
What did you give
I
the
don't
first
know
10,000
you
BC?
anymore.
2 stars.
This is not at the same level.
Well, it's directed by someone who I really respect as a director.
Oh,
And it's based off of a very well-respected book. And it's not an incompetent movie, but it's not my
Who's
type of
editing
movie.
this?
I am.
I'm going to need you to translate that
Okay.
into
Shill.
1-star crap
Yeah.
fest at the bottom.
Yeah. If there's 2, God damn it, 2 stars. Okay. I'm with Jude.
Oh God.
Thank you.
This is a horrendously painful movie to
Oh, my
watch.
God.
Hilarious to talk about while drunk, but don't watch this movie.
Watch
I
it. Watch
sent
this
out
movie.
A
This is-
textual SOS.
This
While I was watching this, I was like, wait a minute.
this is a Tom, Jude, and Alex drunk bad movie night watch.
Yes.
That's what this is.
As long as we don't have to watch it.
Would you imagine how much fun we would have if we got drunk and watched this ridiculous movie?
Yeah, as long as we weren't watching it.
Yeah, it's so over the top ridiculous and probably unintentionally funny because the moments that Kate is just talking about are freaking hilarious.
They're really
But
good.
they are taken very seriously within the context of the movie, and it doesn't make any sense. And it's the bare bones basic plot line. No spoken dialogue. It's a chore. It's shoe leather
Yeah.
to watch.
Shoe leather.
Shoe leather.
Come on.
Oh God, how
You're
long do I have to
crazy.
freaking chew this thing for? It's tough, dude.
3.5 stars.
God damn it, you're crazy.
No, I'm not.
You
This
can
is a-
feed your belly, but you're going to lose your teeth.
1-star crap fest.
No.
Go watch it.
You're wrong. I've watched
It's a 1-star crap fest, but still go watch it because if you have to experience it to understand what we're talking about, I think.
I have something to add.
it. Okay.
So every time Kadish keeps talking about the pussy wafting,
The pussy fumes, yes.
yes,
Woof. Those are real.
I keep
And Ron Perlman's just like,
I keep picturing the most obscure scene in my head that's not this movie that I want you to put in when you edit this is, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but the scene in Serial Mom when the girl from Jewel of the Nile she's a serial killer and she's on trial for her murders, and it's a spoof but about something real, and there's a person a witness on the stand talking about like how he knows that she's guilty of it, but she just keeps like wafting her pussy fumes at him under the desk that she's sitting, and then he's just like, I didn't see anything, she's not guilty of this at all, and then she gets off of the murders, and that's all I keep picturing every time Kadish keeps saying pussy wafting. I keep picturing her legs doing this in a courtroom.
That is a real thing. All right.
Pussy wafting?
No, the pheromones. The pheromone thing, that is a real thing.
And they actually set up how acute their sense of smell is with the attack at the beginning, because all three of the warriors came out and they just start smelling the air.
They smelled the Bigfoot people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, no, this probably will be edited out. But I remember back in the day, a long, long time ago, like 1991, I was a bouncer at a bar. Okay.
Hot.
No, I was a bouncer at this bar in Eugene, Oregon, on the University of Oregon. Okay, it was a college bar.
It was called Pussy Fumes.
No. It was the place was called Guido's. All right.
Buy pussy. We got every kind of pussy you want.
But there was
Big pussy,
little
listen.
pussy. If you can't find the pussy here, then fuck it.
I think when I hear about like pheromones and shit, I remember very distinctly. Okay, now listen to me.
You worked at the Titty Twister.
No. There was one weekend where they had this male stripper review come into the fucking place, right? And they put on this show. And I swear to God, the place was filled with like 300 chicks and these Australian stripper dudes.
Oh my God.
And I was at the fucking door, you know, checking IDs and shit. And you fucking go into the fucking bar and it just smelled like pussy. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? It was just like wet pussy stain over the whole place. And you're like, Jesus Christ. And you're just like, and you just like start feeling funny down in your nether regions. You start feeling like a fucking ape. It's like, oh my God. It's just like this animalistic thing. Urge comes over you because these weird pheromones kick in and you're like, wow. It's like, I get it. So I understand the pheromone thing, man, because it's real. We are monkeys, okay? That's just it. It's just this is how it is. It was weird. So I understand.
I don't feel safe anymore.
So, that's what it was like.
Yeah.
It was
Vader
very
was just like,
strange.
pheromones.
Yeah. Pheromones are real.
They smell like wet pussy.
That was really dirty, like section of the show. You're crying.
Real bad.
You got like tears. in your
Real
eyes.
bad.
Have you heard of Tune in Tokyo?
Emotional damage.
We just lost a couple of our people.
Oh,
in
I'm
spaces.
sure we did. Holy shit, this went off the rails.
For real, that was a true story.
I believe you.
It was a true story.
Let's
swear
get back to the podcast. All right. I don't know. One star crowd. I'm with Jude. Terrible movie. Go watch it.
Don't go watch it.
No,
Watch it.
no,
Watch it. It's
that's
good.
not what I said.
I know. I'm with you with the 1-star crap fest. It's a horrible movie, but
It's not a horrible movie.
I feel like you gotta go watch it.
It's an Academy
You
Award winning
gotta.
movie.
It's just so
It won an Academy Award for makeup.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's still
because
good.
Ron Pearlman has a slightly bigger brow. Anyway, that's it. That's it for Caveman Week. Holy crap,
What a fun
guys.
week.
What a great week
I
that
love
was.
this
Don't
week.
watch the whole movie, but
No,
like
watch it.
someone reviewing it, like us.
All right, everybody.
I guarantee you no one's going to watch any of these.
No,
Oh, I think somebody will.
I don't even know.
Or this.
I don't even know what this podcast is going to get for views.
Fire.
They're missing out on a freak classic if they don't watch it.
Jesus
That is for
Christ,
sure.
this was rough. All right,
It was
guys.
not
Hated
rough.
that.
It was great.
That was a ton of fun. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you want to support the podcast, saltynerclub.com, you can get access to some really weird stuff. MattVader, where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me at MattVader74 on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Yeah, those places. Getter, I think too. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's a new thing nowadays.
Yeah.
People are finally gumping.
Yeah, I'm all over the place, man.
And bouncing at the wet pussy bar.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody's gonna get that reference.
I missed that job. That was a great job.
You better keep that
I'm not
in.
keeping that in the podcast.
Keep that in. I'll take this episode away from you.
God damn it! I wish I could remember the name of the bar from Dusk Till Dawn.
The titty
The
twister.
Twitty Twister.
Yeah, you could find me at the Titty Twister.
Jude, social medias, where can they find you at?
Don't.
Show me your boobs.
Based on this episode, just don't. You can find me at I am Juju on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I will say I never go on Twitter. But check out our Facebook page at the Salty Nerd Podcast on Facebook.
All right, Matthew Kadish.
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter. KadishBooks.com takes you to our Amazon page. And don't forget to go to saltynerd.com/rate, where you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple iTunes. We're trying to get 200 5-star ratings so we can get accredited by Rotten Tomatoes as actual movie reviewers. So if you liked all of our pussy fume discussion, we can actually put it on Rotten Tomatoes with your help. So thank you and goodbye.
Fantastic.
Ooh, pheromones. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, if somebody Googles me, I want that to be what they see.
I actually got the video of you spitting out your drink.
I just got this picture of Cheech Marin in the vampire movie.
Yeah.
The smelly pussy.
Pussy. God damn it.
Fat pussy.
I'm sure Rotten
Little pussy, big pussy,
Big
old
pussy.
pussy, smelly pussy.
Oh my God. I'm sure Rotten Tomatoes is just rushing to verify us. I am your host, Alex, the Salty Nerd.
Proudly.
Proudly. Today's podcast is brought to you by Wet Pussy.
Representing feminism coast to coast.
Third wave. We don't need no man. We got the pussy fumes.
Fight the prehistoric patriarchy. Go to saltynerddiscord.com and join our Discord app and join us over there. We have all kinds of fun with our community. As always, thank you guys for watching this podcast.
Just to reiterate, we're all just kidding.
We love you guys.
Stay salty, my
We like
friends.
we like pussy.
Salty pussy.
Cave pussy.
Hairy pussy, bald pussy.
And then cut it right there to the music.